Hi, everybody. Diane and
Hi, everybody.
EST. I got Diamond Lil with me. I'm super
Hey.
excited to be live and with you guys tonight. We'll wait for some people to come in. It hasn't even gone live on my phone yet.
I just got notification.
So did I, but it's not going live. Isn't that weird?
Oh.
It's got notification. There we go. I had to reboot it. That was weird.
Huh.
Yeah, so we'll let some people come in. Yeah. So how are you, Diamond? How was your day?
I'm doing great, Nikki. Thank you for asking.
You're welcome.
I did a bunch of errands today. The price of things are outrageous.
Yeah. Isn't it sick? It's
It is
sickening.
sickening. Yeah. And I let my car go below half a tank of gas.
No.
So
We don't do that.
I'm a real rebel today. I had to, one of the first things I did after picking up some food is I pulled right into a gas station and filled it.
Oh, yes. Well, hello, everybody coming in. You want to say hi to some people, Diamond?
Oh, sure.
First in tonight, Diane Venezuela. Good evening.
EOT, beautiful friend. Hello.
Twinkle Eye 62. Thanks for coming.
Kim Haggerty. Hello.
Lucy Work. Hi.
Ingrid Rubio. Good evening.
Hey, Sissy K. Good to see you.
Sissy K. William Tyree, is it? Hello.
Hey, William. Marla Benningfield. Hi.
Isla E. Hello there.
Alive and kicking, he said, or they say, just another rally talk. Well, we'll see.
We'll see what he's going to say.
Yeah. No, I was just going to say, I like to see what he's got to say.
Honey McCann, hello, our beautiful sister across the pond. What are you still doing up? It's either 11 o'clock, 11:18 or 12:18 where you are, my friend.
Let me tell you about Honey.
Yeah, I love her.
I love her too. She's awesome.
Yeah.
Stick with us, Honey. Hey, Melinda Ritchie. Good to see you.
Be charming. Good evening.
Hi, Wilma. Good to see you.
Grizz. Hi, Grizz.
Hey, Grizz. Hey, Stephanie Lai. Good to see you.
Proud Army Mom. Hello.
Hi, Mike. 1176. Good to see you.
Sandy Martin. Hello.
Oh, did we skip Sandy Martin? Melinda Powers. Hi. Yeah, you skipped a couple people, Diamond.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, Proud Army Mom. Good to see you. Oh, I think we're caught up.
Yeah, Proud Army Mom says, my son ordered pizza at lunch. My daughter was napping. When she woke up, she ordered pizza before she came into the kitchen. So we will be having pizza all weekend.
We had pizza tonight too, Proud Army Mom.
Nothing wrong with that.
No. Nothing wrong with that at all. Hi, Barb Richardson. White Rabbit.
Thank you, Marla.
Good to
Glad
see
we
you.
get you everywhere, Marla.
What'd she say?
She says, Nikki B, I hope you're feeling better, and I love seeing Diamond's sweet face.
Aw. I'm not going to show you guys my sweet face tonight. Just being honest. There's my sweet picture you can look at holding Hank.
Honey says, Diamond, it's 11:17. Was just catching up on your show today, but then saw Nikki B and you were live, so popped over. Honey, no, I was just busting your chops. I was just giving you. I was teasing you.
Hey, 420, good to see you. Bong on.
White Rabbit Airborne. Hello.
Hey, Joy. Good to see you.
Oh, Joy's here. Good.
She threw a roast in the crock pot earlier. Going to have French dips. I got a funny story about French dips.
Oh, okay.
My brother-in-law, he's kind of a ding-dong. But he's like, can I get some more of that juice?
Yeah.
Instead of a Jew.
I call it juice too.
Oh, goodness me. A juice. He calls it a juice.
The waitress or waiter will laugh at me and they go, do you mean the au jus?
A jus. A jus.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
The juicy stuff. Yeah.
Right.
That you dip the meat in.
Hey, B-Dog. Good to see you. I'm just going to let some people roll in. I know we all know Mr. T is going to be late, so I figured we could chit-chat for a little bit. I do got a little video I'd like to play. It is a Fox video from Fox News, but if anybody that knows me and has been around for a while knows that all I want to do is see some things on the news, right? I just show me something. Something's got to come out on the news. Well, things are starting to come out on the news.
They're coming. Yeah,
they're coming. So when they come, I want to show them.
Grab it.
Hey, John McLaughlin. Grab it.
You know, whenever I go to say his name, and John, no offense, but
do you think of Craig?
Craig DeHunter, McLaughlin. Yeah, that's all I can hear. But we say it good. John McLaughlin. That's it.
It's easy breezy, lemon squeezy. You know, Craig just has a little bit of Tourette's or something.
Yeah, he's a squirrel.
Squirrel.
Marla, yes, Mr. T is coming on tonight. He is in as beautiful Nikki has it in her title. He is at Lee County. Now, we were trying to figure out where Lee County was. There's a Lee County in Florida, and there's a Lee County in North Carolina. We're putting our money on he's in Florida.
Yeah.
What do you think?
That's where my money's landing. All bets on Florida for me.
Yes. Where? What was in there in Lee County? Was it Port? Wait a minute.
Bonita Springs.
Fort
Springs. Myers. Yeah.
Fort Myers. Area.
Yeah. Yeah. Love you, Bubba Morris.
Hi, Bubba Morris.
Bubba's so good.
Yeah.
Nice guy.
Joy's telling us it's Florida. Fort Myers, EOT says. Thank you, guys. We kind of chatted right before we came on, and Nikki put her money on Florida, so I'm following.
Yeah. You know, Diamond, she's such a follower.
I'm a follower, not a leader. That would be me.
B-Dog says, wonder how many of the, those people that went into those schools and did those bad things were on that specific antidepressant, DRUG.
That were in the tweets?
Yeah.
That they talked about the tweets,
yes.
You mean? With
yes.
That pharmaceutical antidepressant thing?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Well, you're on to something there, B-Dog. Let me tell you. I have some close people to me, I'll say, that have been on some major antidepressant drugs for a very long time. And they're not the same people. They're not the same people. I don't believe that anything in that category is something you should stay on for a long period of time.
Right.
But that's just my opinion, and I'm not giving out medical advice because I don't know anything and I'm not a doctor.
Yeah.
YouTube. Yeah. Let's see. What's Honey saying here, Diamond? I pulled it up on the screen.
Oh, she says the other week, the BBC flashed a picture of Mr. T rally instead of rugby. It was hilarious. And the news presenter looked shocked. The BBC has never shown a rally. Come on now. LOL.
Well, they should be showing them.
Hi, Tubla.
Hey, Tubla, good to see you. Did anyone see Bo Pony? I think she meant on Nino last night. I seen it was live, but I didn't watch it. Is it worth watching, Tubla, is the question.
Yeah, I have not. I did not see him. I think there's been several people I know in my chat mentioned they're mad at Bo Pony, or they're not.
That was
They don't
just
like
one
him.
person. And
Oh,
that
okay.
was
Oh,
John.
that was
the other
who?
John, the other John that comes in, Diamond.
Dunning?
No. Anyways, doesn't matter.
Oh.
But I kind of was talking. Oh, it was Robert Clymer. That's who it was.
Oh, Robert Clymer. Okay,
Robert
yeah.
Clymer. Yeah, he said that he was upset with Bo Pony
Yes.
because he said there was not going to be any what's
The
it called?
N-word.
Yes, that word. And I told him, I said, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. Nobody is here to predict anything. They can't.
Where was Bo? Where was he? Who was he on?
He was on Nino's last night.
Nino's. Okay, on Nino's. Got it. Good.
That's right, Melinda Ritchie. They're not good for long periods of time. And I've seen it with family members that I've begged them to stop and they just won't. They don't think they can live without them.
Oh.
It's sad to watch.
Yeah.
Hey, Stacy. Good to see you. White Rabbit Airborne thinks that I think he's talking about Bo Pony is giving false information. Again, we all have to use discernment when watching anybody, including me. Please use discernment with me. I don't have the answers.
Oh, boy.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, boy.
HE double toothpicks just broke loose, Diamond.
The harbor is unattended right now because he's in the chat.
Hey,
Hi, Craig. How's it been going in the harbor, Craig?
In the harbor?
Yeah. How's the harbor? How's it going? The harbor and the car. The car and the harbor.
Diane Venezuela says Bo Pony was also on his glory. Talked about Angel's death being on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Again.
Well, White Rabbit says, no way, you're right always, Nikki. My daughter and I were just talking about none of us can be perfect.
I never claimed to be perfect.
Yeah, none of us can be perfect, and God knows that, you know.
Yeah.
We were just talking about the 10 Commandments, and if you go down, we've all broken. I mean, we've broken the commandments. We are not perfect.
Oh boy. I wish I was perfect.
Me too.
But
I don't know. That'd be kind of that would
be boring though,
boring.
It would
boring.
be.
Yeah.
It'd be boring
if Runner.
Oh,
sorry.
Oh, you go ahead.
No, I was just saying hi to Tennessee Ridge Runner and Onami. Hello.
Hey, Tennessee. Hi, Onami. Good to see you guys. Tubla says, that's right. One time I thought I was wrong, only to find out I was wrong. Hey, Lone Wolf. Good to see you. Riddle claims to be perfect. Oh, please, Craig.
Well, he does, but you know,
he can claim all he wants.
Yeah, you take it from where it comes, and we all.
Tennessee Ridge Runner says, I'm not perfect, but I'm perfectly hot and sexy.
There you go, Tennessee.
You go, Tennessee.
Hey, where has Riddle been? Is he working or where's he been?
I don't know.
Haven't seen him in, well, a while. Since his son jumped out of the plane.
I've seen him on Facebook.
Oh, did you?
Okay. Yeah. Hi, Linda Kirksey. Good to see you.
Oh, Craig says he's missing. Oh no.
Oh, should we put out an APB on him?
We should
That's
put
an all points bulletin, Diamond.
Yes, okay, APB.
Just in case you were wondering.
Well, people use, what was it the other day? Somebody put, and I saw it says ROFLMAO.
Rolling on the floor, laughing my effing ass off. That one?
Okay. Yes, ROF and then LMAO. And I
Rolling
knew what
on the floor, laughing my ass off.
Laugh my AO. I knew that one, but the ROF I couldn't figure out for the life of me.
Rolling on the floor.
Okay, rolling on the floor. Okay.
Yep.
Marilyn, good news. Thank you. I'm glad your granddaughter had a safe trip. That's awesome. Thank you.
Listen, Diamond, I had to learn to read teenage text.
Yeah.
My daughter will text me. I'm like, what in the heck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah.
Speak English.
It's like when I first got my phone, my son, I said, honey, I'll be having dinner at, 2:00. And he just typed the letter K. And I'm like,
I hate that, by the way.
Yeah, well, I said to my daughter, I said, your brother just typed back the letter K. What does that mean? And she says, Mom, it means okay. I said, well, why didn't he type the O right before it? Okay, right.
Well, I'll one up you on that. My daughter knows I don't like when she texts back K. I don't like it. So now she texts back KK.
Double K?
Yes, like it's any better. Hi, Joseph Case. Good to see you. Welcome. Craig, do you want to come up for a few minutes before I get rolling? I think Kay sounds sarcastic. I agree, Craig. These kids, I tell you, to the moon with you, Malice. Did you see what Liz said? She thinks that the girls are mad at Jeff and they're probably locked him in the chicken coop.
Oh, that could be. They got their vengeance on him. He said see, and then yes, and then sure.
Oh, does he want to come up? Okay. Hold on, Craig. I'll email it to you, Craig, okay?
Nikki B, I once told a friend on Facebook that I was sorry to hear her aunt passed away. LOL. My daughter called to tell me LOL does not mean lots of love. Oh, Tubla. Listen, I would have thought the same thing.
So you were laughing that her aunt passed away? Oh, no.
She was meaning lots of love.
I know, but that means she.
But the aunt would have thought that she's laughing. Yeah. I mean, her friend, would have thought that she's laughing about her aunt.
Yeah, the poor aunt couldn't read it. The poor aunt was.
I'm trying to follow the bouncing ball, and it.
Too funny.
Sherry Tackett, hello.
Hey, Sherry. Oh, Tubla. You have no idea. I learn the hard way all the time. My mom used to always say to me, why do you always have to learn everything the hard way? Welcome to the Nikki B Show. We got us Craig Hunter. Hey, Craig. Craig, you look swell tonight.
Diamond, that was my sassy entrance.
Ah, you're sassy.
You look swell tonight,
let me
Craig.
do it again.
Can you hear me, Craig?
Craig, can you hear her?
Hear you.
What? Were you talking?
Hello. Hello.
I'm not going to compliment you again.
Wait, what did I say? What happened?
No, she said you look good. Craig.
I said you look
Oh, well, thank
swell
you,
tonight.
Nikki. You better
Are,
not
are
let
you using the
Brian
good
tease her.
moisturizer?
I do. You know what I learned? You put baby butt paste on your face, and it makes your skin better.
I think you're supposed to use preparation H.
No, Boudreaux's baby butt paste.
Boudreaux's baby butt paste.
It makes your face like a beautiful baby's ass, sweet and smooth. It gets all the wrinkles out.
Minus the poop, right?
Minus the poop.
Yeah.
Now, actually, I'm on a crappy camera, and it makes you look better.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Keep that crappy camera.
Yeah, if we were on the iPhone, I would look real high definition, which is...
Linda Kirksey says, yay, Craig DeHunter, I like your glasses. Are those new glasses, Craig?
These are old ones. I just realized Anita Fartinghouse has been buying the glasses because she likes me looking stupid. She's buying these big, giant, stupid glasses.
Didn't Jeff take the big, giant glasses?
His
Jeff
wife...
has a pair of
His wife talked to my wife, and they ordered a pair of those for Jeff.
Oh, my Lord.
It's a sick joke.
Freedom
Hi,
Hello.
Freedom Hello.
Good to see everybody. Bubba Morris. Oh, let me say hello to everybody. I'm sorry, Nikki. Nikki, by the way, what are you about to get started? Are you about to drop some information? What's happening?
I got some stuff to drop before Mr. T speaks at 7, but it's okay. You can say hello to a few people. Go.
Linda Kirks, B-Dog, Freedom Hello, good to see you. Marilyn, good to see you. Grizz, good to see you. Everybody that I didn't mention, the time is limited here, so I just want to say hello to all of you.
Just teasing you. Take your time.
What
Freedom
time is
Hello,
it?
I'll check out your email. I just can't do it right this second.
Tubla, thank you. She says the big glasses are in style.
Camo Carl says Craig is sheet-faced.
What does that mean?
Craig, I need you to reread what Tubla said to you.
They'll be in style again. Oh, you know what? I didn't read that properly.
No, you didn't.
I browsed through it. You got to speed read on these things, so I'm missing key words in there. Again.
Hey, Camo Carl. Good to see you.
Hey, good to see you, Carl.
Oh, too funny. They'll be in style again.
Did we lose Craig?
Uh-oh. Craig is frozen in the funniest face. He looks like he's getting ready to blow a big one.
Get a good picture. Get a good picture of the glasses.
Hang on. Let me just snap it. Hold on.
She's gonna snap it.
Let me get closer to him.
Joseph Case, good evening.
Hey, Kayan. Good to see you. Oh, boy. All right. Well,
What happened to Craig? I don't know. Craig.
What do we do with this situation? He's got crappy internet. We know that.
What happened, Craig?
You're even on the good camera tonight. Oh, and he's gone.
As
Bye,
quick as
Craig.
he came on, he's gone again.
Bye, Craig. It was so nice seeing you.
Yeah.
Do you think he'll come back?
I don't know. Next time, see
Oh.
if you can't stay so long.
Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you there, Craig. Where'd you go?
You know what? It's a conspiracy. All of a sudden, I won't have internet. You know, if it's on the iPhone, it'll be an overheating issue. Literally, last night, I was on with Yorga, and I was in the freezer, Nikki. I was in the freezer to keep the phone cool so it would not kick me off. Then I come in here, and all of a sudden, internet doesn't want to work. Huh? What could that be? What are they afraid of, Nikki?
Yeah.
What am I going to say that hasn't been said?
Right. They're afraid of what I'm getting ready to play is what they're afraid of. But I don't know why they're taking it out on you.
Yeah, don't
Exactly.
hurt him.
Nikki, you're a better target. But you know, Nikki, even before you go to your video, it gives you a warning. It says warning, like you're about to step into some den of sin on Nikki's show.
You know the problem? I don't know, but I'm not scared.
Why are they doing this? It's crazy. But anyway,
Yeah.
it's just me. It's just me. I'm just thinking stupid. Hey, I love you, ladies. Get on with the show. I'm gonna get out of here, but I wanted to say hello.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh wait,
Long
but
time no see.
can I take the opportunity to please tell your beautiful audience to please, if you haven't already, like, share, and subscribe to Craig the Hunter channel. We're trying to put out informative videos. Not really. We're stupid. But please watch our material. We're getting better.
Are you still doing shorts or are you doing long?
Are you doing longs?
I just like matching. Wait, am I here? Am I still here?
You're here.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
You're here.
All right. So,
There you go. I dropped your link, Craig. You guys go subscribe to
thank
Craig
you.
the Hunter.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I don't get the same respect in your show, but it's cool.
Nikki?
No!
I go out of my way to tell people about you, Nikki. I really do. And you should know that. Go back and please look at the last live. I said a bunch.
Tell them, but my link never gets dropped. But it's cool.
I can't do that. I don't know how to do that. I'm relying on mods. I blame Grizz. She was there. She should have done it. Grizz, what happened?
Grizz is not wrenched in your show.
Beep,
The hell she
beep,
isn't.
Beep, beep, beep.
Yep. Back it up there, Craig.
Actually, I
Don't
really
worry,
don't know.
buddy. I will always promote you. So.
It's been so long since I did a live, I really don't even know who's wrenched in my thing. But I do know I made Independent Many a super mod on accident, but she's a super mod, so I'll do it again.
There you go.
Thank you, Sherry. Thank you, Sherry.
Do-do-do.
Joseph,
mod.
thank you. Thank you, Joseph. And please
Super
enjoy
mod.
the videos.
Super
What are you doing,
mod.
Diamond? Are you doing the Macarena?
No, this is super
See?
mod.
Oh,
Liz
super
said
mod.
she's not modded. So next time you see Liz Griswold in your show, you mod her so she can drop my channel for me.
Super
I will,
mod.
Liz. I will. I swear. I thought Liz was though. That's why I can't understand that.
Remember you took all the wrenches away at one point?
Yeah, but then I gave them all back because I'm a.
You're a what?
I love everybody. I love you all.
I love
a
you,
what?
man.
Hey, what's the timing? When's Trump? What's going on?
cut
Can you
out.
say that word?
Trump.
It cut out when you said, because I'm a, what did you say? You're a what?
I'm a what?
No, what did he say, Nikki? Did you hear?
No, he cut out.
When?
Yeah, that's what I thought. You cut out when you said, when we're talking about giving Grizz the wrench.
Oh no, I will.
time, and
I
you
don't know
said
how she got like gone. I don't know how it didn't. But then I did wipe everybody out at one point.
You did.
But then I rebuilt. I thought. But see, I don't pay attention to that crap. I
It's
need
okay. Yeah. Squirrel.
Just make it fair
Squirrel.
across the board. That's all.
I could
We love
barely.
you, Craig.
I could barely read Tubla's comment. Craig, it's Friday. Are you going out to eat? No.
Are you
know what
ordering it?
Tubla's? We did get Pyre barbecue yesterday,
Oh.
and I'm still living off of the remnants of that because I got 2 pounds of meat.
Oh.
I
Okay.
got a pound of brisket and a pound of pulled pork.
Liz, I understand. Listen, Liz is so nice. She says, I'm okay without it. I still watch your channel without a wrench, Craig. But that's not the point, Liz. I need you to represent me too.
Liz, we really actually need you.
Diamond, do you have a wrench in Craig's?
I do not believe so.
No, she does.
No,
Do I?
Yeah. Yeah, both of y'all do.
I'll look.
Both of y'all do.
I'll
And I'll
look and
even
see.
send a t-shirt with a blue wrench on it to you. I'm going to make, you know what? That's a great t-shirt. I should make a blue wrench t-shirt.
You
Somebody else is going to
should.
steal it. If you steal my idea, look, there's Jeff B sitting on his bunk bed. You better not steal that idea, Jeff B. I see you there. You better not take that. That's a golden opportunity.
Yeah.
All right.
the
Love you.
blue
And look,
wrench.
great to see everybody. Diana Venezuela, good to see you. I love her name. Very
Yeah.
exotic. Venezuela makes me think of oil.
Well, Gloria Hassar and Larry Schulte have joined us.
Larry's
Hi,
present.
everyone.
Hey, Wilma. Good to
Gina
see ya.
H.
Wait, Wilma's never gotten one notice.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. That's There's times where I don't get notified, on shows I'm
Yes.
subscribed to.
You should make one says you're the Bishop of the Bayou. Oh, Joseph, that's a great idea. But
I know. I thought that was
you know
pretty
what
good
though?
too.
I'm still learning to be a Christian. I'm only six and a half years in. I'm a
Oh, so
puppet.
you're a young, yeah, you're a
I'm a
young
baby.
Christian.
Well, I
Yeah.
was originally Roman Catholic, but when I really discovered Christ, I have to give that a 6.5 year time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So
I
still
understand
learning.
where you come from.
Still learning every day.
Hi, Chris from Chicago. Good to see you.
Chris, good to see you. Chris, I was thinking about taking the train to Chicago, but I hear it's very dangerous lately.
Craig, I think that's the last train you should be taking is to Chicago.
That's what I hear. I hear they have hordes of teenagers.
Yeah.
Do you think that's choreographed?
Here's the thing. This is what I will say. When all that went down that weekend in Chicago, I mean, I know stuff goes down every weekend in Chicago, but that big one that they were showing on the news, same copycat crap was going on in Detroit.
See?
So you tell me how that all works out.
Yep.
I think it is all planned. But people are losing their lives, though.
Yeah. We don't know the timing, Tubelas. Don't say it's going to be a week from now, huh? 1 week?
Christ is coming. That's okay.
He
He can come right now. I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm good.
Me too.
Please come before I screw up again, sir.
And I would welcome him with open arms.
That's going to be, and it is scary. It's unknown, but that's the comfort of it. That's the comfort.
Yes.
So,
our human side of us wants to think, well, wait a minute, I got this going on next week but I got to be over here. I got to do this. And my daughter's graduating and we got all these plans. We got vacation coming up. No. When Christ comes, he's here. Either you're ready or you're not.
Yep.
It doesn't matter.
Plan.
Marilyn, you know what? You got a good point. I never thought about the train safety with all the trains around. I hope. Well, I don't know. Amtrak. Do they manage their own track? Like, who owns that? We really need to look into this. Is that one of those big outfits that owns the other railroads? Does Amtrak rent space on that, line? What is it?
I don't know.
Gotta look into that.
Is there an Amtrak that goes from Louisiana to Michigan?
Well, it goes to Chicago, and that's what I was thinking. That was part of my plot.
Oh, you were going
How
to
far
Chicago.
is it from Chicago to, let's just say, Flint, Michigan? Just pulling a random town out of my...
You don't want to go to Flint, Michigan.
I thought that's where I have to go. Where the hell is Jeff at?
Well, that's where you'd have to go to see Jeff, yeah.
Yeah, well, that was the whole plan. All right, so how far away is that from Chicago? Driving.
Driving from Chicago to Flint, Michigan?
Or Detroit. Let's say Detroit.
Okay, well, I would probably guess, I'm sure EOT is probably going to tell me I'm wrong, but I'd probably guess about 6 hours.
Oh, gosh, it's that far?
Yeah.
Shit, I better look in to see if they got a train that goes to Detroit.
We got a train station in Detroit.
Really? Nice one?
It used to be. I don't know what it's like anymore.
Yeah. All right, ladies, go have a great show.
He's leaving.
I'm sure you have many
on
guests.
that midnight train to Chicago.
No, to Detroit.
Are you really coming this way, Craig? Because if you come to Detroit, you know I'm going to visit.
Well, I was looking at it. I was just looking to see like how much it costs. That was one thing. I can't figure out the damn app. It was giving me all different sorts of prices.
It's so funny. My husband and I were sitting down going through, who we're going to invite to the graduation party and this and that. And he comes across Jeff Riddle. He goes, "You going to invite the Riddles?" I'm like, "No." I'm like, that would be like begging for money for my daughter. I'm like, they've never met our daughter,
Oh, you really
and
should.
he goes, "Wait a minute. I know he'll fly Craig to Hunter out here."
Yes, you should, Nikki. Do it. That way you'll get a big gift for sure. Jeff will get you something stupid that you don't need, like a
Right.
dunk
Yeah,
tank.
probably those glasses.
Yeah.
Gina
It's great
H
news.
says, Lil, did you hear about the train derailment near Bangor? Is that a new one? Because there was one that was up
What is
in
Bangor?
Rockwood a few days ago.
Is that near you, Diamond?
No, well, it's about 2.5 hours.
Bangor? Okay, I never heard of Bangor.
Rockwood would be about 3.5. Bangor is like in the central part of the state. This state, we've gone up north, going to the Canadian border, and it takes between 5 and 6 hours.
Ooh, what is this? What is this?
That's
Waiting on
Mr.
Trump.
T's state.
Oh, so he's about to speak. Okay, I better get out of here. I love you girls.
Well, no,
You don't
he's
want
not
to get
speaking
stuck?
yet.
You don't want to get
I
stuck
don't
on
yeah.
here?
No.
You can bounce whenever you want to bounce.
Craig,
Is that him?
No,
Craig,
not
it's
yet.
good to see you.
Great
Good
to see
you,
y'all.
Craig.
Thank y'all. Nikki, thank you for having me up. I appreciate
Of
it.
course.
I wouldn't have me up. Good grief.
You don't even bring yourself up on your channel, do you?
I don't even go up there anymore. I'm that bad.
Georgia Van Houten, good to see you. Yes,
And
I
love
can
y'all.
see you, Georgia.
Hey,
Love
and
you,
everybody.
Craig.
Yeah, don't sweat it. You know what? That's another thing. All these channels, if you watch them too much, they're going to mess with your psyche. They're going to make you think just horrible things. Be positive. Be cheerful. Be happy. You know, no matter what happens, just keep that mindset. All right,
Craig, I
love y'all.
have 2 questions for you before you leave.
I hope I can answer them. Yes.
Number 1, did Jeff Riddle happen to forward a text from me to you?
No.
I asked him to forward something to you.
Damn it. He's stupid, Nikki. He's stupid.
Gosh darn it.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say that, Jeff. You're very smart. What was the other gay? Oh, I thought that was Jeff. It was Grizz. No, he didn't. But Nikki, was it? Wait. He may have. What was it? Nikki, what was it?
Did it have something to... I can't say it.
You can't say. I think he did, Nikki. I think I did get... Now, come to think of it.
It has something to do with your commercials. In a female aspect.
I don't know. I got to go back and look. How long ago was this?
Maybe a week or 2.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I lose track. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I got so much going on in this little pea brain of mine.
It's okay.
All right, love y'all. Have fun.
All right,
Where is
love
he?
you
Is he
too, Craig.
coming?
All right, thanks.
Is that him? Diamond, is that him?
It's 7:00.
Okay. Love y'all.
See ya.
Oh boy. I don't even know what to say. Oh. Well, I guess I won't be able to play what I was going to play now.
Well,
We're
you
getting
could
pretty
probably,
close to 7:00 here.
Yeah, you could probably.
Oh, look,
play
Diamond,
it.
Fort Myers, Florida, right on top.
Okay.
You see that? He's in Florida. Oh, did we
He
already
is
determine that and I missed it?
A few people, when we first started the show, and we were saying it was in Lee County, and a lot of people said Fort Myers, and they said Florida. It's all right.
Okay. Freedom Hello says, did you hear Derek Johnson say he was invited to the tribunals? He said in an interview on Rumble. Here's my problem with that. Would you be blasting it all over if that was the case? I have a problem with that one.
Yeah.
Just my thoughts.
Yeah.
You would think there would be some kind of a gag order on that.
Well, speaking of
But
gagging,
I hope it's true. Oh God. What'd you do, Diamond?
No, my daughter, I said it on my show this morning, but for those of you that didn't hear, My poor daughter has had a bug. She has had throwing up, and now she stopped throwing up, but she's got the diarrhea. I know that's too much information, but so she decided this morning she was going to have some apples. So she sliced up some apple, and then she went to put cinnamon on it. After she put that stuff on the apples, she looked and she had put cumin instead of cinnamon
Oh
on the
boy.
apples. Yeah. So when I went out today to the grocery store, I bought her some new apples so she can put the cinnamon on it.
I like apples and peanut butter. I eat that a lot.
I asked her, I said, "Did you try it with the cumin?" And she said, "No, Mom, I just threw them in the trash."
Oh, I think I would have tried it.
Yeah, I don't know if that would have helped her diarrhea though.
Maybe not.
Oh, look at they're sitting down eating. They're having a dinner.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a GOP dinner in
yeah,
Lee County,
yeah.
Fort Myers,
Diamond,
Florida. Yeah.
Diamond, hello, hello, Diamond.
It's in
Come
my
in,
title,
Diamond.
Diamond.
Come in, Diamond. It's right in the title of the show.
Diamond's like, oh, they got
Oh,
plates?
yeah, I see people serving them. There's waiters and waitresses serving food. I'm like, wow. Is Trump eating? Does anybody know that? Is he eating or
I don't know.
yeah, I told her she should have washed the apples off, but she was too disgusted with herself and threw them in the
She's probably
trash.
mad at herself.
Yeah.
Can someone please help me or the girls? French is
Thank
bad on the flag. Is there somewhere? What? I don't understand, Stephanie.
yeah. And thank you for praying for my daughter. I really do appreciate it. She's feeling better, but she still has the diarrhea. I got her some Gatorade today. Diarrhea.
Oh my God.
What?
The diarrhea.
Yeah. Oh, my granddaughter last night. We went to bed and the lights are out and everything. And she says, "Nana," I said, "What?" She says, "I have a question for you." I said, "Okay, go ahead." And she says, "When I get older, can I still talk with you and Mom?"
Aw. What?
I said, "Well, of course." And I said, "Why did you ask that?" And she says, "Never mind, Nana, let's go to sleep." So, all right.
She just wanted to make sure you guys were always going to be there for her.
Yeah.
Hi, Diane Wood. Good to see you.
Yeah, she wondered if she could still talk to me when she becomes an adult.
Aw.
Let's
Hi,
see if we
John
can see
Donnie.
what's on the plates. The
I
girls
bet you they're
serving.
not having no fried chicken.
Yeah, I bet it's they
Filet
had a
mignon.
choice of some sort of a steak or a meat. And
I think it's a filet mignon.
would they do seafood, do you think?
Probably a filet mignon and a lobster tail.
Or salmon or something?
Maybe.
I don't know. Haddock? Baked haddock?
I don't think that's ritzy enough.
No, okay.
I don't know. I can't see anybody's plates. Can you?
Yeah, well, the banner, the President Trump to speak at 7 p.m. is in the way. But I saw the girl handing out plates, so I was trying to see what was on the plates, you know.
Oh, there's
Oh,
somebody's
here we
coming
go.
with some
Yep,
dessert
here we
I
go.
just saw.
There's a guy. Oh, they're on dessert now? Look
I
at what
think
he's
so.
What's he got? He got cake, pie. What's he got?
Oh, I think it's pie, Diamond.
Oh, she says, "Nikki B, sorry, meant the gold fringe on the flags. This thing makes me look like I'm drunk when I don't overlook to see what it types out. I'm sorry." Oh, Listen, I don't know how many times the stupid phone puts in a word and it's not even the word I typed out. You know, what is
Oh,
it called? Spell check or something?
yeah.
Yeah.
Lander said his plane hasn't even landed yet.
Yeah. So you got time if you want to play that video.
Okay, let's stop sharing this. And let me entertain you with something else.
Let me entertain you.
Okay. Here we go, my friends.
Oh, that's what's his name? What's his name? I know it. It's not Brett. What is his name?
CIA official revealing in sworn testimony that Secretary of State Anthony Blinken, then a senior Biden campaign advisor just a few weeks before the election, led the effort to release that letter signed by 51 former intel officials. Republican leaders in the House sending a letter to Secretary Blinken demanding documents and communications stating this. It is apparent that the Biden campaign played an active role in the origins of the public statement, which had the effect of helping to suppress the Hunter Biden story and preventing American citizens from making a fully informed decision during the 2020 presidential election.
So all this coming
shocked.
as a whistleblower is claiming political interference in the Hunter Biden tax investigation. Senator Tom Cotton saying sooner or later the truth will come out about Hunter and the family business.
Very troubling reports that the IRS and the FBI have been thwarted from investigating Hunter Biden's dealings, which, as you say, are not about Hunter Biden, a very troubled but private citizen. The truth is going to come out. I think that's why you're starting to see whistleblowers come out.
Joining us now, Republican South Carolina Congresswoman Nancy Mace. She sits on the House Oversight Committee. And I think that this one of the things that, at least if you watch The Five and Gutfeld and I have been saying for so long, is that who pushed the 51 former intel officers who are retired but still seek relevance, who pushed them to do that? Now we're closer to knowing why.
Secretary Blinken, right? And here the left has been saying for years, disinformation from the right, yet they had been leading a disinformation campaign in election season, on and off the election season. And this is proof. And last Monday, several of us from the Oversight Committee went over to the Department of Treasury to look at 170 suspicious activity reports. This is real. This is not conspiracy theory kind of stuff. I've seen it with my own eyes, the allegations of shell companies, prostitution rings. Every time we look under the rock, there's a dumpster fire, and there are more Biden family members involved than we ever thought possible. The amount of money that we're talking about is astronomical. And for years, the left has said, well, no one is above the law except for our president and his family, I guess, because it's not being investigated to the fullest extent of the law. And it should be. The American people have a right to know.
So there are two stories really running parallel this week. One is the laptop story. We'll see where that goes with these intel officials. And the other is what you're talking about here in this IRS whistleblower. The attorney for that whistleblower was talking with Brett last night on Special Report.
My client wants to come forward. He's not a political person. He's not a social media person. He's not coming here with a political agenda.
He's been at the IRS for a long time.
He's been at the IRS for more than 10 years, and now he's a supervisory special agent. My client's a career law enforcement officer who is respected within the IRS, and he teaches other agents how to properly do investigations.
So he's been at the IRS for 10 years. We know that now. And apparently he decided he could not live with himself by keeping this information private. If he goes public, that's going to be a hearing to watch.
Right. And I believe it too. This whistleblower is putting everything on the line to provide the American people with this information. It should be investigated to the fullest extent of the law. When the left says that no one is above the law, the American people deserve the right to have them put their money where their mouth is, whether it's a current or former president or their family. This should be investigated. And we need more information. We only looked at the SARS reports for 2 Biden family members. Well, there are several more Biden family members that
when
are
you were
involved.
at the Treasury, you only looked at 2?
It's more than, and then we found more Biden family members involved, more shell companies, the sources of the funds being unknown, where they're going unknown, and why they were paid for. And the numbers are astronomical. Wow. I mean, it's crazy. And yet I'm very much a centrist. I'm right of center, left of center, depending on the issue. And I've seen this with my own eyes. It's not a conspiracy theory. This is real.
Is it possible that they were just playing the Washington game?
It
And
is. Yeah.
Hunter Biden was just really good at it, and
There's
there was
no way that-
nothing illegal.
There are several allegations of illegal activities. And when you look at the suspicious activity reports, it's rare for a company to get one in its lifetime. We're talking about over 170 reports on only 2 members of the Biden family. And yet, when we look at those reports, there are several members of the Biden family of all ages that are involved in this scheme. Is it pay to play? You look at the records from the White House and over 80 visits when Biden was vice president from these companies and colleagues of Hunter Biden. It's very suspicious and should be investigated. DOJ should be looking into this right now.
We don't have enough time to talk about the very complicated, complex, thorny, very interesting and important topic of abortion. But USA Today has an op-ed today, an editorial that basically says that the Republican Party needs to listen to you, that if the GOP doesn't listen to Nancy Mace on abortion, the party can count on losing big in 2024. Bill just did this great interview with 3 Republican members of Congress from Florida. They've all decided to support Trump. But one of the issues that I think the Republicans writ large aren't talking enough about, you talked about it. I know you were asked by Shannon Bream. Do you think that Republicans are getting closer to being able to adhere to the principle of being pro-life, but also figure out a way to address what America says it wants, which is more flexibility?
We're not there yet, which is one of the reasons I've been so outspoken on this issue. Now, I was encouraged this week to see our leadership in Congress say that they're going to avoid doing a national abortion ban. That's not where the country is right now. And everyone knows Donald Trump and I have had our differences, but even he this week has talked about this issue and being a vocal voice on this to show that you can be pro-life and be pro-women. The two are not mutually exclusive. We need to be talking about birth control, adoption services, foster care for unwanted children, getting nurses into rural areas for OBGYN care, midwives. There are all these things we can do for women, be pro-women and be pro-life at the same time. And that's a winning message. That's winning policy. And we can win the popular vote with that.
Which we
Anyways, again, I just wanted to show when they start playing stuff on the mainstream media, it gets me excited. I'm sorry. I've been waiting a long time to see this stuff. Are you there, Diamond?
Yes, I was I was typing on the YouTube side.
Oh, okay.
Outlandish, I do have your prayer request from Mom, and I will have her. She is at the top of the list for tomorrow's show.
Yeah, sorry about that, Outlandish. I hope everything goes well for her.
We'll say some powerful prayers for her.
I'll just pull this back up so we're on the Trump watch.
Okay.
So, anyways, you guys want
interesting that nothing's been done about any information that comes up about the potato head, the moron, the clown in chief, whatever you want to call him. Oh,
the moron in charge.
What do they got? They got put some stuff on plates for dessert. What are they serving?
I think it's tiramisu.
Is it? Oh, it looks good.
I think so.
Let me see here. I'm looking. They're going by so fast, so they're quick.
Slow down, lady.
Yeah.
She's in a rush.
Stop for a minute. Point one of the plates towards the camera so we can see it. Anyway, all this stuff comes out on him, but Trump even sneezes the wrong way, and they've indicted him. You know?
I truly believe now that there has to be something more going on than what meets the eye, because it just has to be, because how can this family get away with all this? Why are we just sitting here on our hands and not doing anything? It makes zero sense to me. There's no common sense in that to me.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah, I know what you're saying. We are praying that they are held, that God's going to give them justice and judgment. And I know that's coming for him. I mean, really soon?
Right.
Freedom Hello says, never knew until yesterday that the evil one S has 5 generals, all have names underneath him, and has accomplished everything that has been done so far.
Is she talking about Soriosos?
I don't know. Never
George
knew until yesterday that
Soriosos?
the evil one S has 5 generals, all have names underneath him, and has accomplished everything that has been done so far.
Freedom, are you talking about Soriosos? Georgie Porgy?
S to the O to the R to the O to the S?
Oh, she's talking about Satan.
Oh.
Never knew until yesterday that the evil one, Satan, has 5 generals, all have names underneath him, and has accomplished everything that has been done so far.
Georgia Cracker, I'm putting your wife on my prayer list also, and I'm so sorry that she's in a lot of pain. But luckily, it's not a break. Although sprains sometimes hurt more and take longer to heal. But we're going to put up a prayer that it doesn't take her long at all.
Cheshire says, Mr. T had to be indicted. He leading the way for the rest. Now they cannot say it's unlawful without agreeing it's lawful for Mr. T. I agree with all that.
Yep.
It's just been a long road.
You know, it has been.
Of watching this craziness unfold. And there's still people out there going, oh, Biden's the best.
My pleasure, Georgia Cracker.
What happened to Georgia?
Well, Georgia Cracker's wife fell.
Oh, I'm sorry, Georgia Cracker.
Yeah, sprained her ankle.
Sprains
my
sometimes
wife,
hurt worse than breaks.
Yeah. Had X-rays, just sprained her ankle. She's in a lot of pain.
Diane Venezuela says Roger Stone and Michael Flynn are supposed to speak tonight, Georgia. Well, if anybody starts to speak, I'll turn it on, you guys. Because I don't want to hear their plates clanging right now. They're just eating dinner.
Yeah, it's going to make us hungry or jealous or both. We could be hangry.
I want some dessert.
Yeah. I want someone serving it to me, too.
Right. I want to get all gussied up, too. Outlandish, are you still on the Mr. T plane spotter job?
Yeah, who's monitoring the flight?
Outlandish Patriot, I think.
Okay.
What has Caroline said? My stepdad died Wednesday night. Was so unexpected. Oh, Caroline, I'm so sorry.
Well, let's I'm making a list. So let's stepdad passed Wednesday night.
Oh, Campbell Carl, banana pudding with vanilla wafers. I'm in.
Okay, Nikki Caroline, we put your I put your stepdad on the prayer list for tomorrow's show, tomorrow morning.
Outlandish Patriot said, yeah, Nikki B, it looks the same. I don't think it's right. Hasn't moved at all. Well, Mr. T better get his butt moving. And would he fly to Fort Myers? Well, I guess it's probably about a 2.5 hour drive from where he's at. Maybe 3. He probably would in good old fashioned Trump, Trump fashion.
Yeah.
Or take a
Well,
helicopter.
I was thinking a helicopter. Why not?
Yeah.
Cheshire's Insight says, did you see Glenn Beck blow his lid the other night?
I did.
Oh, did you?
I did. I actually was gonna play it on here. It's on Rumble. But I'll save it for
what was he blowing his lid over?
You gotta hear it, Diamond. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Hey Gina
thank
H.
you.
Good to see you. You're welcome.
Who's the guy they were all taking pictures with? The guy with the red jacket and the red hat.
Mama Patriot. Mima Patriot made apple pie. That's my favorite.
Oh. Do you put vanilla ice cream on it?
I do. Lactose-free vanilla ice cream, and I warm it up in the yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The guy in the red hat, I don't know who that is, Diamond. They're all taking pictures with them?
Yeah. They were all taking pictures with him.
Do you guys know who that is? Is he an influencer? Just wait till I get on stage and speak. You guys are going to just crap
that's
yourselves.
Mike Lindell. Yeah, Mima Patriot, we wish you could share it with us too. Yeah, we're wishing that.
Craig said that's a rapper. Which rapper, though?
Who dat, Craig? Who
Mr.
dat?
T raps.
Oh.
Well, what's his name?
That's not Prime Minister.
No.
No. Oh, Groz. Groz.
Isla E said she saw Kash Patel there.
Oh, okay. That would make sense.
Well, I hope he comes up and does a rap. That would be awesome. Oh, I probably wouldn't be able to play it, though, would I? Probably be copyrighted, wouldn't it?
Probably.
He said, no, Diamond, a real rapper.
Only you can say that, Craig. Well, I'm trying to think of.
Well, it wasn't Kid Rock, Robert.
No,
it was definitely a black guy.
Yeah, it was.
Well,
He almost looked like a little bit like Lou Valentino, but it wasn't. It was the guy looks familiar to me. I've seen him before.
Hey, Georgia Pappas. Yeah, he's always late. You know that. Waiting on a man, per usual. No, that guy was black we just seen, the rapper. Oh, you're talking about the guy with the tats all over his face? I know who you're talking about, Craig. That wasn't him. This guy was black. With a red hat and a red shirt and a black beard. Are they showing us how to make masks here? What's going on?
Mike Lindell's involved, whatever it is.
Hey, has anybody seen that new Amazon commercial? I don't watch TV that often, but I had it on today with the sound down, and I looked up, and this Amazon commercial. So it's it looks like a girl, but it's a boy, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And they're purchasing this yellow jacket, this like pleather yellow jacket off of Amazon. And she puts it on and is all giddy and she goes to school with it. But this person has like a little mustache, Diamond. And I'm like, what is the point of this commercial?
Yeah.
Seriously, there was no point to this commercial.
Right.
Have you guys seen it? It was the strangest thing.
This is bugging me.
What is it?
Who that guy is? So I'm looking. I can find it.
It's a sold out show. It says sold out on the marquee up there. Cheshire says she thinks it's, I think that was Topher, the rapper.
Oh.
I don't think I know that rapper. Oh,
Rapper Mac Miller? No.
he's a TikToker. It looks like from the picture I see.
Who is it?
He's a hip hop rapper. His name's Topher, Topher, American rap TikToker.
Okay. Topher.
Right, Georgia? It's weird. Yes, and there's a gap in her teeth. Yes, his teeth. It's definitely a boy. I don't care. I'm not going to sit here and play this game. That was a boy dressed as a girl. Do the flags have eagles on them or gold fringe? We're going to have to wait till it gets a little bit closer. Tennessee Red Runner, it's way too far for me to see it. It's way off in the yonder.
Diane Valenzuela says Mr. T is on stage.
What? I got it live here, you guys. It is live. Oh. Oh. Next to you and defend her still today. Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless
USA. Blue tie. Blue tie.
That was so weird. I pulled it up live. I don't know why it was behind.
I'm going to mute.
I never muted it.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. And I have to say a big hello to Lee County and hello to Fort Myers. Big support. You've been there from the beginning. I'm thrilled to be here with the proud, hardworking patriots of the great state of Florida. It's a great state, great place. I want to thank Lee County Chairman, GOP Chairman. What a job that Michael Thompson has done in hosting tonight's Lincoln-Reagan dinner. So, Michael, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Fantastic guy. And thanks as well to very special people. A man I got to meet before he did this whole political thing, and I said, that guy should run for office. His name is Byron Donalds. Did anybody ever hear of him? Anybody ever hear? Where's Byron? What a fantastic man, and what a fantastic, where is he? I see him. He's that big guy. I'm not going to mess around with him. Thank you very much. And he has a lot of courage, too. I want to tell you that. And another man of great courage, and he's the only man to ever hit a home run in the game against the Democrats in a major league park. He knocked the hell out of the ball wearing a Make America Great Again hat. He is strong. He's powerful. He's a great guy. You got two big.
Oh, they take it down? Diamond?
It's looking like they buffered it.
What's going on? It's Snoop.
Wow. What a bunch of jerks. Well, I'm watching it right on RSBN, so they must have took them down.
Let's go to RSBN Rumble.
Then that'll take me down.
Oh.
Right?
Big winners here. Greg Stubbe. Greg. And these endorsements, these two endorsements were very special.
Well,
These
shoot.
are strong, brilliant guys with a tremendous future. I was greatly honored to receive them just recently. And thank you very much, Byron. Thank you very much, Greg. Where's Greg? Thank you very much, Greg. Thank you very much. I also am delighted to receive the endorsements, a lot of endorsements from some great people, 10 other Florida congressmen, congresswomen, representatives, Gus Bilirakis, Vern Buchanan, Daniel Webster, Matt Gaetz.
I lost like 40 people
He's a
because it
fantastic
buffered.
guy, another fantastic
Yeah.
guy, Brian Mast,
Whatever.
John Rutherford, Mike Waltz, Carlos Jimenez, Ana Paulina Luna, and another one, very brave guy, Corey Mills. So I just want to thank all of you. It's amazing. We received all of these endorsements and so quickly.
Nikki, Tennessee Ridge Run
And,
is still here.
Tell you what, especially
Thanks, Tennessee. Love ya.
you are special people. We're also pleased to be
You
joined by
sexy
the
man, you.
National Committeeman, Peter Feynman. Peter, thank you very much. Big thing you're doing. Great job. Florida Republican Party Chairman, Christian Ziegler. Christian, where is Christian? It's a great, great job. Lee County Commissioners, Cecil Pendergrass, and oh, he's popular. He's going to be running for something very soon. I can see
Twinkle
that.
Eyes is still here
And
too.
Mike Greenwell. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Cecil. Along with a friend of mine and a very brave person.
Craig is not
somebody
here.
that got it very early and went through hell, and he hailed it like the brave man he is. General Michael Flynn. Where's Michael?
It
Where
was
is
Camel Carl not here. Craig is still here though.
Thank you, Michael. Brave guy, great guy. You stay in good health, Michael. Get ready, okay?
Riz has left the building.
It's not long, year and a half, Michael. Just stay healthy. And another one that we love, Michael Caputo. Michael, thank you very much. Thank you.
Onami's
Thank
still
you very
here.
much, Michael. Appreciate it. Great
Nina
job. you.
Patriot's still here.
Diamond, do I need to mute you?
Rogan
Yeah, I think
O'Handley.
you do.
Where's Rogan? Rogan, thank you.
Harry
very
Lavral's
much.
here.
Beautiful, beautiful family. And a friend of mine for a long time, he only likes politics. If you ask him
Diane
about how
Wood's
the
still here,
Yankees
sorry.
doing, he has no interest. If you ask him almost anything, he likes politics and he's a professional at the highest level. Roger Stone. Where's Roger? Thank you, Roger. For 7 years, our MAGA movement, the greatest in political history, there's never been anything like this, has been engaged in an epic struggle against all the evil and sinister forces trying to destroy our country. That's what they're trying to do. Together, we stand up to the globalists. We stand up to the Marxists. We stand up to the crooked Democrat prosecutors and politicians. And they are crooked, and they are dangerous, and they're so bad for our country. And we stand up to the rhinos, and they are problems. Sometimes you're better off with the Democrats. At least you know where they're coming from, right? The rhinos. but I think they're a shrinking breed. I hope we got to get them the hell out. The communists and the anti-energy extremists, they are anti-energy for whatever reason. Who the hell knows? What are they doing? We were energy independent just a few years ago. We were going to be energy dominant within 6 months, more than Saudi Arabia, more than Russia put together. We stand up to the open border and the environmental fanatics, they're fanatics, and pro-China special interests, and we stand up to all those people back there, the fake news media. We put workers first, we put families first, and above all, we put America first. We put America first. Before we revolutionized politics and redrew the political map in 2016, a redrawing like nobody had ever seen before, like nobody even believed, Republicans were on the verge of losing this nation forever. Barack Hussein Obama came into office and soon had 60 Senate seats. You remember those days. In 2012, Mitt Romney lost Florida, Ohio, and Iowa by a very large margin. He didn't fight hard, I can tell you that. Winning Michigan, Wisconsin, or Pennsylvania was totally impossible according to everybody. It couldn't be done. You can't do it. That means the Republican Party wasn't going to win at all. It wouldn't exist, frankly. Republicans were a party known for starting wars overseas, for cutting Social Security and Medicare at home, and pushing mass amnesty for illegal aliens. Our party was looking at 8 long years of crooked Hillary Clinton in the White House. Six or seven radical left justices on the Supreme Court, hundreds more Marxist and communist judges on the federal bench, and no path to victory in the Electoral College. We were given no shot. You know, people don't remember just before the election in 2016, we were given no shot. Remember? They were saying he's got a 4%, a 3%, and then we'll go out to rallies where you'd have 55, 60, 70,000 people show up. I say, what do you mean? And it's bigger today than ever before. Just to make you feel good, outside we passed thousands and thousands of people. This is supposed to be a small, intimate little gathering, and you set every record, but outside you have thousands of people that would like to be sitting right where you are. So there's a great feeling in this state, and there's a great feeling in this country like I don't think we've ever had, because they've seen how bad the Biden administration is. It just makes it even stronger. They can't believe it. Nobody can believe the open borders, the no voter ID, the high taxes, the whole thing. I mean, just go point after point. To put it simply, on Election Day 2016, we didn't just save America, we saved the Republican Party. We did. On that magnificent night, and we actually should have had 2 of those magnificent nights, because the one a little bit later, 4 years later, we got 12 million more votes. We should have had 2 of them, but it was rigged and stolen, and we know it, you know it, everybody knows it. But in 2016, I was the first Republican since 1988 to win Michigan, the first since 1988 to win Pennsylvania, and the first to win Wisconsin since 1984. Remember that? Nationwide, I flipped over 200 counties that voted twice for Barack Obama. Think of that, over 200 counties. In Wisconsin alone, 14 counties swung from Democrat to Republican by 20 points or more. Never happened before. That's never happened before. Then, despite 4 years of deranged opposition, these people are sick, like no other president has ever faced. I'm still facing it. We did even better the second time than we did the first, getting more than the 2020 I mean, nobody's ever had more than any sitting president has ever gotten by a lot. Never taken place anything like that in the history of our country. I got more votes. We got 12 million more votes than in 2016, almost 10 million more votes than Barack Obama got in beating Mitt Romney by a lot, and 1.5 million more votes than all Republican candidates for the House of Representatives combined. We got 1.5 million more votes than all. And again, except you don't see that tabulation, we did much better in 2020. In Florida, I got 1.2 million more votes than your successful governor's campaign. You know that. We got 1.2 million. Sir, I'd love to have your support, sir. I'd love to have your support. I'm down at about 3. I'd love to have your support. All right, let's think about it. And it was like a rocket ship after I gave it. Otherwise, right now, you'd have a lawyer someplace looking for business. If that. Across the country, Biden won 551 counties. Think of this. Nothing like this has ever happened before. Usually it's very equal, but the winner always had the most counties. So Biden had 551 counties. I had 2,588 counties. That's all divided up throughout the whole country. So a lot of people said, what's that all about? Byron, they said, what's that all about? How does that happen? Well, you have 5 times more, but you lose. Not happen. It doesn't happen that way. For generations, the great state of Florida had been among the most hotly contested swing states in the nation. But today, Florida is no longer a swing state because we turned it into a red state.
Diamond, do you see it says program alert at the bottom? To continue watching the full version of this stream, watch on.
And we had a great rally from
Rumble.
Marco Rubio just a little bit before the election. It was an incredible rally. By the way, the single greatest rainstorm I have ever seen.
I'm looking. I don't. I see they've got news
that even
flashing.
Out a
No, right
MAGA
here in the
hat.
white to
And
continue
I thought
watching.
they were indestructible. That was the hardest rain I've ever seen.
Oh,
We
got
fought
it.
Through it.
Okay.
And Marco went on to do very similar numbers to your governor. He did a great job. And that rally was something that was absolutely incredible. Iowa and Ohio
They're on
have also moved from solid purple to deep
food right
red.
now, and
that was during this last
they're gonna
short
be
period of time under
interrupted, probably.
your president. We got more votes in 2020 from Hispanic Americans, African Americans, and Asian Americans than any Republican in more than 72 years. And along the border in Texas, which is mostly Hispanic, we won everything, every single county, we won everything, which hasn't happened since, listen to this one, the Civil War hasn't happened. We won everything along the border. So we are making tremendous progress. In 2024, the path to victory is clear. We have to finish what we started. We were doing things that nobody thought possible. We have to finish what we started. And that means on the world stage also, because the world is laughing at us. The world is taking advantage of us like they have never taken advantage before. They didn't do that with us. You would have never had what's happening in Ukraine. Russia would not have attacked, and China wouldn't be talking about Taiwan. So we have to see this evolution through to its completion for many more reasons than that. We're going to save our party. But we're doing something much more even than that. We have to save our country. We have a year and a half to go. We have to save our country. Our country's in serious trouble. I don't believe we've ever been in a more precarious position than we are right now. And a lot of that has to do with the power of the weaponry. You don't want to mention the word, but it's nuclear. And the power of this would be something so devastating. And we have a person in there that has no idea what he's playing with. The old Republican Party of rhinos, neocons, and globalists is gone. And it's never coming back. Never going to come back. There aren't enough people. There aren't enough. The polls show clearly that the people are with us in this fight. And I think what I'll do is I'll show you, I'll have them put up on the screen, but one just came out that is so incredible, and they're coming out left and right. But the Clarity Campaign national poll just came out about 2 minutes before I walked on the stage. I said, let me see that poll. I said, how do you get that poll up so fast? But Justin and the team did it. They get it done. Where we lead by 45 points. You see what it is, 65 to 20 to 4 to 4 to 1 to 1 to 1 to 1. That's a good poll. And we beat Biden by so much. In last week's morning consult poll, I led the field by 33 points, 56 to 23 to 5 to 4 to 1. And in the brand new, came out last night. In fact, Greg and Byron were with us last night. We celebrated all of these incredible people that are endorsing us. It's a big thing. To me, it's a big thing because I have a lot of respect for these people. And this came out just as we were meeting. The Harvard-Harris poll has me up 35 points with Trump 55 and somebody else at 20 and heading south. The McLaughlin poll has us up 33 points with Trump at 63. Remember, in 2016, I used to always go over polls, but only if they were good. I didn't do the bad ones. If they were bad, I'd say, nah, that's not good enough. Get rid of that one. But we had one, a Florida poll. This is one I really like. And it's a respected poll of many, many people. The Florida Voice poll, 80% for Trump and 16% for DeSantis. In Texas, great state, great state. They love the job we did. We had the safest border in the history of our country. And now we have the most unsafe border, I think, in the history of the world. No third world country would allow what's happening to our country to happen. No third world. They would stand there with sticks and stones. What they're doing to our country, they're destroying our country. In Texas, it's Trump 52 to 20 to 5 to 4. In South Carolina, we have a 22-point lead, and that's because you have a lot of people from South Carolina that are running or thinking about it. They were in the poll. Good people. In the new JL poll of New Hampshire, we're ahead by 33 points with Trump at 51%. I wish the governor ran for the Senate, by the way, New Hampshire. That would have been very nice, but he's around 7. So we're doing very well there. In the new victory poll of Iowa, it's Trump at 54%, and we're leading Biden by a lot. 7 points in Rasmussen, 7 points in Harvard, Harris. We just had another one come out. We're leading Biden by 11. To me, 11, I don't understand. That doesn't sound like a lot, right? You'd think we'd be leading by 30, 40, or 50 points. I can't imagine that, but they have a built-in base. You know, they have a built-in voter base that going to vote for them, no matter who it is. It's incredible. But a lot of them are actually coming to our side, and that's maybe more incredible. These numbers are one of the main reasons the Marxist left is coming after us. And they're using the criminal justice system for massive election interference. That's what they're doing. They see. Do you think they'd be coming after me over no charge? Did you see what it's been said? There's no crime. I got indicted for no crime. They're all saying, even the Democrats, well, we don't see this as a crime. There is no crime. You know, a friend of mine said, you're probably the most honest person to ever be president. They've gone over 11, think of this, over years, they've gone over 11 million pages of documents, and they came up with no crime. Think of it. Friends of mine that are big business people said, if they ever did that to me, we'd go away for life. They go away for life. They can't believe it. All these years, remember the tax returns. We won his tax returns. Years and years they fought. We won. When we gave them the tax returns, that was the end of that. You never heard one word. They said he's rich. Good. He's rich. Of course, to them, that's a bad thing. They want to weaponize law enforcement to interfere with our elections through the use of the DOJ, the FBI, attorney generals, and local district attorneys. You saw the scam today with the 51 intelligence officials. You see that? They lied, and they lied during the debate. He lied during the debate. 51 intelligence agencies have said that his computer with all of the pornographic stuff was Russian. disinformation, and they knew it wasn't. They lied. And this was just a few days before the election. And that's election interference. That's frankly, that's cheating on election, just like when they stuffed the ballot box. And then you had the FBI 2 months ago. They got caught where they were telling Facebook and Twitter what to do. Remember that? That's also cheating on the elections. They cheat. They cheat. The Republicans, frankly, keep it that way, but the Republicans don't know how to cheat. They cheat. They will cheat. And if they didn't, they couldn't win anything because, frankly, who the hell wants open borders and all of the stuff that they promulgate, including things that we'll be talking about in just a minute? But in the end, they're not coming after me. They're coming after you, and I'm just standing in their way. I just happen to be here. And I'll never leave. I'll never leave. We're gonna do things that 2016. Thank you, Dylan. 2016 was an amazing. Remember that night? How exciting was that night? Just put yourself. Is that the most? That had to be. Remember? She had a 96% chance of winning, and then Trump won Florida. And Trump won North Carolina, South Carolina, Pennsylvania, all the way. We ran up the coast. We won everything. We won. And you remember they were saying 95%. And they're saying, well, it's 91% now, but that's okay. Whoops, they just won another one. We won Wisconsin, 84%, 79%. These were the chances of her winning. Started at 95, 96%. Then it was down to 75, then it was down to 69, then it was down to 61. And then they started going in the fake news, what the hell is going on over here? But they said, but we're definitely going to win North Carolina because that's our firewall. And then they lost North Carolina, they're down to 54. Now they're getting nervous, and then it was over. But that was one of the most exciting evenings in history. I think it had the largest television audience in history. And we have to do that again because the victory for us will be as big. I don't say anything's going to be bigger because that we turned things, we did things, we rebuilt our military, the largest tax cuts ever, largest regulation cuts ever. Right to try. How about right to try for people that are terminally ill and very ill? We were able to get them to use drugs. What we did for Israel was incredible. Jerusalem, and Golan Heights, building the embassy. Don't forget, I saved $2 billion when I built the embassy. You remember that story. Sir, would you please sign this? What is it? After we got everything approved. This is $2 billion. For what? What is that for, General? I'm going to build an embassy in Jerusalem. I said, $2 billion, that's a lot. You know, I'm envisioning a one-story building. How do you spend $2 billion on a one-story building? The people of Florida don't do that, I can tell you. The people in Florida would spend about $2 to build a one-story building. Especially the people in this room. They know how to spend their money. But I'll never forget, I'm talking to my people and I'm saying, we're never going to get this thing built. It's going to be years and years. Do we have any buildings, any good locations? They were going to buy a piece of land for hundreds of millions of dollars. Somebody was going to get very rich. And I didn't sign it. And it said, I said, we were there for a long time. Sir, we have a beautiful piece of land. Does it have a building on it? Yes, it does, sir. The building is beautiful. It needs a lot of renovation. I said, I love renovating buildings. You make a lot of money renovating buildings because you save on the foundations and the structure and the exterior if it's good and lots of things. And I'll never forget, I told our ambassador, I said, get me some costs. We want to build a beautiful embassy. A friend of mine, very successful, in his office, he has Jerusalem stone. And every time I see his office, I go up, he says, before I was president, he said, Donald, look at this wall opposite the elevators. This is Jerusalem stone. He's Jewish. She said she was there. You might have been there. What were you doing there? This is Jerusalem stone. Isn't it beautiful? And after saying to me about 10 times on 10 different visits, I say, I know it's Jerusalem stone. Let's go. But when this happened, here we are in Jerusalem. And I said to my people, I said, you know what? I have an idea. Let's build the embassy, cover it up and build it, everything in Jerusalem stone. And I asked the head contractor, I said, can you do that? Absolutely, sir. Jerusalem stone is not expensive. We're in Jerusalem. We built the embassy and opened it, and you're never going to do better. You can spend $2 billion. You're never going to build. It's beautiful. We built the embassy in 4 months. We got it open. So we not only approved it with all that goes with Jerusalem, which was such a big thing, but we also got it built. It would have maybe never gotten built, but it would have taken years and years and years. And we had the best location. We have a beautiful, beautiful building. We opened it in 4 months. And so we not only did that where Jerusalem, by the fact that the embassy is there, becomes the capital, but so many other things we did. One of the biggest things we did for Israel was the horrible, horrible Iran nuclear deal. But this administration blew it. They allowed them to get away with all of the things that they're doing. And it's a very dangerous situation. Had we assumed office, continued in, we would have had a deal within 1 week with Iran, and they wouldn't have a nuclear weapon, which now they're very close to getting, and Israel has to be very, very careful. But if you look at the Abraham Accords, where we have really normalized relationships with 4 very important countries, it would have been right now, by this time, it would have been everybody. We would have had total peace in the Middle East. It's amazing what's happened and how they blew it. We have people that are grossly incompetent right now in office. And frankly, the good thing about that, it's making us look better. There is more spirit. When you see, one of the officers said, we've never seen crowds like this outside of this building. One of the reasons is that they're so bad. We're good. And they long for those days. But they're so bad when they look, and the comparison is so incredible, so powerful. While conservatives, Christians, and patriots are being persecuted, the horrendous corruption and law-breaking of the Biden crime family is not just ignored, it's covered up. I mean, they're covering it up. Those people are covering up the fake news, and DOJ is covering it up. What Congressman James Comer and Jim Jordan have revealed about the Biden crime family would be Watergate times 10 if this news was revealed 10 years ago. This is much bigger than Watergate. This is much, much millions of dollars coming in from China and Russia and Ukraine into the family, and they don't want to even write about it. We don't have a democracy anymore. We don't have a democracy anymore. We don't have a free press anymore. They don't want to write about the biggest story. This would be the biggest story of our time. I mean, if I were a journalist, I'm an ambitious guy. We're all ambitious, right? We're ambitious because we want to do the right thing. That's why I'm ambitious. I want to make America great again. We had it great. We had it great. That's my only ambition. But to see what's going on and to have nobody do anything and nobody write stories, I mean, other than certain outlets, nobody wants to even talk about these things. And these are massive, certifiable crimes, but they go after us. They go after Republicans and conservatives, and they go after evangelicals like never before. These are sick people, and we have to win, and we have to put an end to it. Our press is fake and it's corrupt at a level never seen before. We don't have a real press. You know, they used to be like the watchdog. They were detectives. They were incredible, even if you didn't like them. And if they were liberal and they saw stuff like this going on, they'd want to win the Pulitzer Prize. They'd want to win whatever. The Pulitzer Prize is corrupt. How about they got, for their reporting on Russia, they got Pulitzer Prizes, New York Times, Washington Post. Actually, I'm suing them because I want them to turn back the Pulitzer Prize because they're reporting on it. But think of it. And it says, for the fine and accurate reporting on the Russia scam. It's a scam. It was made up by the Democrats. It was made up by the DNC, crooked Hillary Clinton, Adam Shifty Schiff. It was made up by these people. And I say this on occasion, but I have very good children. They really are. They work hard. But think of this. Adam Schiff comes out from a very important meeting where they're looking at the Russia hoax. Now, He made it up along with these people, DNC, Democrat National Committee, Democrats, crooked Hillary Clinton. It's made up. So they know it's made up. It's a fake story. They now say it's a fake story. Even the New York Times, Washington Post say it. Okay, it was fake. Then they go into the next one. You know, they take about 2 hours and then they say, all right, what are we going to do now? These are corrupt people. It's a fake story. Adam Schiff walks out to a big bevy of cameras and he says, about my son, Donald Trump Jr. will go to jail for what he's done with Russia. Now think of it. He said, my son is going to jail over a fake deal that was made up by the Democrats. And it was made up because they wanted to save face when they lost the election. So they blamed it on Russia. They said, Russia cost us the election. And then what happened is it got carried on, and then another day, and another day, and another day. This started as a one-day deal. This was going to be a one-day excuse for having them lose an election that everybody thought they were going to win. And that went on for 2 years. But they knew it was fake. And he says, Donald Trump Jr. will go to jail. What kind of a human being would say that the president's son is going to jail and they know the story is fake? How bad are these people? These are bad people. These are bad people. As the endless witch hunts and persecutions reveal, our enemies are desperate to stop us because they know that we are the only ones who can stop them. We're going to stop them. And they are not happy about it. And they've been caught. Remember, they spied on my campaign. And if Bill Barr had any courage, instead of worrying about being impeached by the Democrats, these people would have all been taken care of. But we have to do it a different way. If he had courage, we need people with courage. He had no courage. He didn't want to be impeached. Sir, I don't want to be impeached. I said, what's wrong with being impeached? I got impeached twice and my numbers went up. He wasn't a brave person. He wasn't a brave person. Now he sits back and pontificates and says, oh, Trump this and Trump that. The man didn't have courage. He didn't have courage to go out and do what you had to do with respect to the election and the election numbers. The U.S. attorney in Pennsylvania said Bill Barr would not let him investigate Philadelphia, would not let him do it because Bill Barr was afraid that crazy Nancy Pelosi was going to impeach him, and he didn't want that. And we need people with courage. We don't need bullshit artists. That's what we had. But we had great people. We had some incredible people because, you know, when you think we rebuilt our military, we created Space Force, we knocked out ISIS, but ISIS now is making a comeback, unfortunately, but we knocked out 100% of the caliphate, knocked out 100% of it. Incredible stories. We have incredible soldiers, incredible military, but they're trying to turn them woke, and we're not going to let that happen. But unlike other politicians, the harder our enemies hit me, the stronger and more determined I get, like you do in this room. And when I stand next to hopeless Joe Biden on the debate stage, assuming he goes to the debate stage, because I don't know. I don't think he will. I personally don't think he will, but let's assume he does. We're going to compare our records, and it will be the radical Democrats' worst nightmare. They have the worst record of any president ever in history. There's never been anything like what's happening to our country. They're destroying our country. In 4 short years, we accomplished more than any other president in the history of our country. Nobody's done the things we did. We built the greatest economy in the history of the world. The day before COVID came in from China, by the way, Wuhan, I've always said Wuhan. A lot of people said, oh, sir, you shouldn't say that. Why? Why shouldn't I say it? That's where it came from. We gave you the biggest tax cut in history. We gave you the biggest regulation cut in history. And you had no inflation, nothing. And it was going to stay that way for a long time. They caused inflation when they destroyed energy independence and everybody had to pay so much for energy, including businesses. That's what started inflation. And now everything is inflated. It's much harder, but we'll get it taken care of. We shut down the illegal foreign invasion at our borders. That's an invasion, like a military invasion. And we achieved the most secure border in history. We deported illegal alien criminals by the tens of thousands, MS-13, the most violent gang anywhere in the world. We deported thousands and thousands and thousands of them back to their country. Their countries wouldn't take them. I said, that's okay, don't take them. We're not giving you the $750 million that we pay you. We give so much money to these. And then their presidents, all three, the following day called me, sir, we'd be honored to take MS-13 back. We love them very much. It was amazing. For years, they wouldn't take them back. I was told they'll never take them back, sir. I said, how much do we pay them in subsidy and how much do we pay them? Just tell me, just give me a number. Sir, it's $750 million a year. That's peanuts by comparison to what some countries get, by the way. So stupid. And they don't even respect it or appreciate it. Sir, $750 million. I said, that's okay. Inform them that as of tonight, they're not getting 10 cents. As soon as that happened, they took them all back. They used to clog up their runways and clog up the road so we couldn't bring them back. This is for 10 years. But we took them, we brought back tens of thousands. And we put in place a strong travel ban to keep the radical Islamic terrorists out of our country. It took a lot of heat. I took a lot of heat for that one, but we did the right thing. And you saw how good our record was on that. You saw what happened, right? You didn't see, I don't like to talk about it even, because a lot of bad things have happened in the last 2.5 years. But you take a look at our record. We had an amazing record, right? Remember the old days before I was there? I stood firm against the socialist Green New Deal fanatics, and we achieved American energy independence and even energy dominance. We were dominant. We were dominant. We're going to make so much money, we would have paid down our debt. We would have been bigger than both times 2. That's where we were headed. We have more liquid gold under our feet than any other nation. Now, who even knows that? Who even knows it? Who even knows that? After years of economic surrender from past leaders, and they surrendered, our leaders surrendered, just about all of them. I stood up to China like no administration ever has done before, bringing in hundreds of billions of dollars pouring into our treasury from China when no other president had ever gotten them to pay us 10 cents, not 10 cents. I took in hundreds of billions of dollars. That's why I think a lot of people say maybe they did that on purpose because they had to get me out. I personally don't think. I think it was just incompetence, frankly. It happened at the lab. But a lot of people think that it was done on purpose because I was taking in hundreds of billions of dollars and we were saving our steel industry and other industries. I gave $28 billion to our farmers. And when we got those great poll numbers 2 days ago in Iowa, a lot of people said, oh, they're going to do wonderful against me with the farmers. I said, I don't think so. I got the farmers $28 billion. They never saw 28. They never saw 10 cents because China treated our farmers very unfairly. And I got China to pay us $28 billion. I took it in the form of taxes. And out of a much larger number, I took $28 billion, which is the amount of damage they caused to our farmers. And I handed our farmers checks totaling $28 billion. And then when they said, oh, I wonder how he's going to do with farmers, I'll tell you what, that would be the greatest upset in history. If I don't get the farmers after $28 billion, nobody else ever got them 10 cents. So I think we're going to be okay with our farmers. That's for sure. They appreciate it. Iowa, Nebraska, all of them. They appreciate it. And we just had phenomenal polls on the Farm Belt, as they call it. I fully rebuilt the U.S. military and was the only president in decades who didn't start a new war. I didn't start a new war. Instead, I got us out of endless wars and brought back our troops. We brought them back home. Remember during the debates, they said, he's got a personality. He's going to get us into World War III. No, my personality got us out of all these crazy wars. And my personality made President Putin and President Xi know that you can't go into Ukraine and you can't go into Taiwan. Don't do it. Don't do it. They would have never gone in. I officially recognized the capital of Israel. Such a big thing. And you know who appreciates that more than anybody? The evangelicals, Christians. They appreciate it so much. But that was such a big thing to do. It was such a big thing to do, and we love it, and we love that I was able to do it. But again, as I told you just a little while ago, a fraction of the cost and at a fraction of the time, opened it in just a matter of a couple of months. And with the historic Abraham Accords, we brought something to the Middle East that nobody has ever seen before, and they've never thought it was possible. Joe Biden's record is the exact opposite, with soaring inflation, failing banks, open borders, rampant crime, deadly drugs, blatant corruption. Nobody's ever seen corruption like this. Marxist lunacy, total humiliation in Afghanistan. That was the most humiliating time in the history of our country. And now the unthinkable threat of nuclear war. You could end up in a nuclear war. And you know, they have a hat and a phrase that they go around, Trump was right about everything. I was right about just about everything. I don't want to be right about this, but I'll tell you what, we're very close. If you watch the rhetoric of this president of ours, he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. You know, sometimes you have to talk tough, and sometimes you have to talk soft, and he's got it mixed up. He talks tough when you're supposed to talk soft, and he talks soft when you're supposed to talk tough. And he's all gaga. Then he walks off the stage. But he's supposed to walk that way. Go around. What? Where am I? Where am I? And then they investigate you. You know why? Because you're leading by 11 points, and they say, let's investigate. Now, these are terrible people. In recent months, I've been laying out a bold, forward-looking vision for how we will fix Joe Biden's many disasters when we come. We have to become, it's us. We're going to become the 47th president of the United States. We have to. We're going to all become. Because I'm here for you. I'm doing this for you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. No, actually a nice reporter, somebody that's got the wrong bent, but a very good reporter, nice reporter said to me, you had one of the best lives in the world. Luxury, no problems, everything going nicely. Was it worth it? You get under investigation by crooked people, by horrible racists, by people that are so terrible, they hate you. And it's with a passion. And they're evil people. Was it worth it? I said, absolutely. I would do it again in a heartbeat, because we've... And honestly, with guys like your two great congressmen and others that are in the room that are so incredible, we're turning the country around. We're going to turn it around. And what we have done during this period is we've revealed how corrupt this group of people is, how bad their policies are, how badly they work. And, you know, in a certain way, I was thinking that if it were done the more traditional way, like if they didn't rig it and we went 4 and 4, we would have never been able to fix the country, because what they've shown during these past 4 years is how bad their policies are and how they don't work. So we'll be able to do, I think, actually a much better job, and we'll be able to do things that we probably wouldn't have really been able to do, and people will say we're glad. We have to stop crime in our cities, as an example. We can't let this continue to go on, where our cities are being looted and everybody's being mugged and thrown into subways. And I mean, the scenes you see on television are just horrible, and we've got to fix our cities all over the world. You know, when they talk about democracy, Russia, China, all these other countries, they show all these scenes of people being pushed into a subway car coming at 40 miles an hour down tracks, and the people getting bombed and beat over the head with baseball bats. And that's the way they show it, and that's the way they talk. And as much as they show it on our sets, which isn't that much actually, because they don't want you to maybe do things about it, because they want our country to fail, perhaps. But as much as they do, foreign countries show. And people are saying, is this what America, this is not the American dream. Is this what America is all about? They make us look so bad. So we're going to be able to get things done. We're going to be able to fix our cities. We have to fix our cities and do many, many other things. Before I even arrive at the Oval Office, shortly after we win the presidency, I will have the horrible war between Russia and Ukraine settled. I'll get it settled very quickly. I know both. I know Zelensky and I know Putin. Remember, Zelensky was very nice because on the impeachment hoax #1, I call it impeachment hoax #1, impeachment hoax #2. On impeachment hoax #1, remember they went to Zelensky. Did you feel threatened? Now, we had, fortunately, a tape, Byron, of this call. And it was a perfect call, perfect phone. Just like my call in Georgia was, I think, even more perfect. It was more perfect. And nobody complained. Everybody thought it was wonderful. But we had a perfect call with Zelensky, and they went to him. Did you feel threatened or intimidated? He didn't even know what they were saying. He goes, no, that was fine. There was nothing wrong. There was nothing wrong. And by that time, they already started. But I appreciate it because he could have said, yes, I felt threatened. But he didn't say that, so that was good. And I got along with Putin, and Putin understood we weren't playing games. He would have never, ever gone in. But we will get that settled if we win, because you need that power of that office, meaning that office, or you can't just do it as a representative. It's tougher than that. It's much tougher than it would have been had they started or had they not started. Had that not started, much easier to do, much easier to do. But it's still pretty easy for me to do. I'll get it done. You know, we had a thing I was telling some of the great people that were at Mar-a-Lago last night. We had a problem with France where the president of France was Macron, Emmanuel Macron. Good man. He's a good man. But he's a good man. He's a wise guy, but he's a good man. Look, he wants his country. They were going to put a tax on the United States of America for any companies coming in, almost a 25% tax. That's a lot. And I told my people, I said, it's not going to happen. Negotiated it. They came back to me a week later. Sir, we're unable to make a deal. They have their mindset on it, sir. They're going to do it, 25% tax. I said, no, they're not. Tell them they're not doing it. Go back and negotiate. Come back and see me. Mnuchin and a lot of the people. They came back. They said, sir, they're doing it. They're not going to listen to us. I said, I'll take care of it. I said, get me Emmanuel Macron, president of France. And he gets on, Emmanuel, how are you? Fine, sir. I'm fine. He said, listen, Emmanuel, I understand you're going to charge American companies for the privilege of doing business in France. Wonderful. He said, you're not going to do that, Emmanuel? Yes, sir, it's too late. We can't stop it, sir. It's getting approved tonight, tomorrow. I said, that's okay then, Emmanuel, do it. I want you to do it because I am going to tax every bottle of wine and every bottle of champagne that I don't even like that comes into the United States. We're putting 100% tax or tariff on every single bottle of wine and champagne that comes into the United States, and you're not going to sell anything. And that's where we are, Emmanuel. Other than that, have a good time. And I was getting ready to hang up, and he said, no, you cannot do that. I said, I'm doing it. I'm signing the paper tonight at 6 o'clock. This goes into effect on Monday morning. This was a Friday. No, please. Please, may I call you back? I'll call you back in 15 minutes. And I get along with him. But he's a wise guy. You know, I mean, I understand that. I get along with a lot of wise guys. But I get along with him. May I call you back in 15 minutes? I'll call you right back. I said, that's all right. I will do that. I'll accept that call. So about 3 minutes later, he calls me back. He didn't wait 15. Mr. President, you have a deal. We're not going to charge you the tax. We're not going to charge. We're not going to charge. And I probably did that 100 times with other countries. I did it with Russia. I did it with a lot. China was petrified of the tariffs. I mean, again, hundreds of billions of dollars of tariffs. That's all. And they acted like they didn't mind. We don't mind tariffs. I said, good, then I'm going to raise them and raise them. And finally they said, no more tariffs, please, please. But no, we did that. I did that a lot. And some people call it shtekel. But you got to have that. We don't have that. Could you imagine Biden doing that? Biden doing that. They don't have respect for our country. They don't have respect for our leadership. And those things have to be done. And they're easy. And you don't need bullets. You don't need tanks. You don't need weapons of any kind. You just need some common sense and maybe business ability or whatever it might be. But that stuff, let me give you the only bad part of that story. The bad part is after I left office, they started charging taxes to our American companies, and other people are doing that too. It's so sad. When I look at what's happening, it's so sad. These people don't have a clue. The only thing they're good at is cheating on elections and disinformation. Two things, cheating on elections and disinformation. They always go, oh, yes, we want to run against Trump. He beat the hell out of us in 2016. He beat us up, better in 2020. We want to run against Trump. And the midterms, in the midterms, 233 and 20. Think of that. 233 wins and 20 losses. We're 233 out of 253 races. You don't hear that from the fake news. We were successful. Not all the Republicans were successful, but that's a record that very few people have. And in the primaries, almost 99% of the people I endorsed, they were great people. They were great people, generally speaking. And these two are the two best examples as far as I'm concerned. Standing before you today, I am the only candidate who can make this promise. I will prevent us from being involved in or even having World War III. You're going to have World War III with these incompetent people. You're going to end up, and this will be a war like no other, because this won't be army tanks going around shooting at each other. This will be horrible, 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 most destructive weapons in history, nuclear weapons and other things. I will end Joe Biden's inflation nightmare and banking crisis and quickly rebuild the greatest economy in history. Unlike the Bushes and Ryans and the other rhinos, I will always protect Social Security and Medicare for our great senior. Gee, I wonder who voted for hurting Social Security, and I wonder who voted for hurting and partially dismantling Medicare. Who is it? I think there's somebody around that you know. When I get back in the Oval Office, I will totally obliterate and complete the job, the deep state, because there is a deep state. We're fighting it right now. I will fire the unelected bureaucrats who have weaponized our justice system and root out the warmongers and globalists from our government. We will establish a Truth and Reconciliation Commission to declassify and publish all documents on deep state spying, censorship, and corruption. You're seeing it come to fore now. Those 51 people, what they did to this country, 51 people willing to lie. And I will require every federal employee to pass a new civil service test demonstrating an understanding of our Constitution. To stop the local Marxist prosecutors who release rapists and murderers while persecuting conservatives, on day one of my new administration, I will direct the DOJ to investigate every radical DA and attorney general in America for their illegal, racist, in reverse enforcement of the law. I will quickly restore the most secure border in U.S. history, just as we had only a few years ago. Under Biden, if you look at what we had, I built hundreds of miles of wall, and we completed it, just as I said. I took the money from the military because between the Republican rhinos and the Democrats, it was very hard to get. So I considered our country to be in an invasion. We were being invaded. It was absolutely an invasion. And I said, that means I can take the money out of the military. And I got some of the biggest military budget, the biggest military budgets ever approved. I said, I'm going to take what I need out of the military because this is an invasion. And I got it built. And then I added 200 miles, and we were almost finished when we had that horrible election result, that horrible, disgusting result. And Biden came in and said, we don't want to finish the wall. It would have taken 3 weeks to finish the additional sections of wall that I didn't even promise, but I wanted to get done because we needed them in those areas. But the wall worked, and Mexico worked, and they gave us 28,000 soldiers for free. Of course, I said I was going to charge them 25% tariffs if they don't. So, but they gave us 28,000 soldiers, and we had the best numbers ever. Under Biden, other countries are emptying out their prisons, insane asylums, and mental institutions and sending their problems to the USA. Their mental institutions and their prisons are being emptied out all over South America, but all over the world. We have become a dumping ground for the world's problems. That's why the first reconciliation bill I signed will be for a massive increase in Border Patrol and colossal increase in the number of ICE deportation officers. And we're going to be following the Eisenhower model. You wouldn't believe it. Eisenhower was tough on this. We will use all necessary state, local, federal, and military resources to carry out the largest domestic deportation operation in American history. And I'll ask every state and federal agency to identify every known suspected gang member in America because they know, look, law enforcement, these are incredible people. They've been treated so badly. They have been, between defunding the police and everything else they have to go through, it's horrible. But but they know all the people, the local policemen and women, they know everybody. They know the good people, the bad people. They know the gang members. They know their first names. And every one of them that is here illegally, we will pick them up and we will bring them back to their country. Or if it's so bad, we're going to have to put them into a cell. But we will bring them right back to those countries from where they came. To uphold our Second Amendment, I will ask Congress to put a bill on my desk delivering national concealed carry reciprocity. And I will restore the right to self-defense with federal penalties for prosecutors who trample on the God-given right. We've been given this incredible right. You can't trample on it. When I return to office, I will revoke China's most favored nation trade status. You wouldn't believe this stuff. We had it revoked. We had it revoked. We actually send them oil. Can you believe it? We send them oil. We give them oil. We help them. We give them money. The whole thing is crazy. I will gain total independence from China. We have to have independence from China. They have too much power over our country, especially with Biden. He got a fortune. I mean, they pay him a fortune. What the hell is he going to do? How's he going to go against China? They'll say, you go against us, and we're going to tell you all the money that we paid you and your family. They're extorting him, in my opinion. They're extorting him. And I will hold the Chinese Communist Party accountable for unleashing the China virus upon the world. They've got to pay something. Nobody has the money to pay what the real number is, but they've got to pay something. We will have the death penalty for murderers and killers and also for drug kingpins and dealers who can be proven to have killed people through the dealing of their drugs, of which many, a drug dealer kills on average 500 people during his or her lifetime. 500. That's an average 500 people. They kill 500. If you shoot somebody, you pay a very stiff penalty. They kill 500 people. In China, when I met with President Xi the first time, because I had a great relationship with him until COVID. Once COVID came in, it was like, I'd forget it. But I had a great relationship. I said, President, do you have a drug problem? No. He didn't even know what I was talking about. No. Of course not. Why would we have a drug problem? I said, so what do you attribute the fact that you don't have a drug? Because they used to have a massive drug problem. The poppy. They used to have a massive, the whole country. It was a disaster. And then Mao came in and changed things around. But this is a tough man and a very smart man. I said, so why don't you have a drug problem? We have quick trial. Quick trial means not a trial where you go on trial 28 years from now. The constitutionality, no, we have quick trial. What's quick trial? Quick trial is we try the people immediately. And if they're guilty, they're given the death penalty. And because of that, if they're guilty, they're given the death penalty. They don't have a drug problem. 1.4 billion people, and they haven't got a drug problem. And we have to do the same thing because our country is being poisoned, our families are being destroyed. We will also pursue the death penalty for those who murder policemen and policewomen. We have to. You ever see where they walk up to a car where a policeman's sitting in a car and they take a gun and shoot him through the window, right through the window? We will do that, the death penalty, kill a policeman or a policewoman. I will immediately sign a new executive order to cut federal funding for any school pushing critical race theory, transgender insanity, and other inappropriate racial, sexual, or political content on our children. And I will also support parents' rights. Can you believe you have to say this? I say this all the time. Can you believe that you have to say that we will support parents' rights? Parents' rights, who wouldn't support? But our country over the last 12, 13, 14 years has gone cuckoo. It got a little bit cuckoo. Can you imagine you're saying, I will support parents' rights? Of course you're going to support, but who wouldn't support parents' rights? A lot of the people in our leadership wouldn't support it. But we're going to include the direct election of school principals by the parents. We want the principals not to be hired because they're radical left lunatics. If any principal is not getting the job done, the parents should be able to vote to fire them and to select somebody who will get the job done. And I will not give 1 penny to any school that has the vaccine mandate or a mask mandate from kindergarten all the way through college. Thank you. And here's another beauty. I will keep men out of women's sports. I don't know if you saw the weightlifting recently, but this was a record that was standing for like 19 years. And you know, they deal in ounces. Add an ounce on one side, an ounce on the other. Oh, get up there. And this record, a long time record, years, 19 years. You know, that these women are great athletes. They're out there trying so hard. And all of a sudden, this guy comes up. Bing. Have you lifted before? No, actually, I haven't. No, the records are being set at a level that women never really thought was going to happen. It's so unfair, and it's so demeaning to women. Men should not be able to participate in women's sports. And I will sign a law prohibiting child sexual mutilation in all 50 states. Thank you. I will appoint rock-solid constitutional conservative judges in the mold of Justice Antonin Scalia and the great Justice Clarence Thomas, who is under siege right now. He's under siege right now for doing nothing. He is really, they're going after him right now. Everybody else talked about appointing conservatives to court. I am the only one who actually did it. I appointed almost 300 federal judges. All told, it was pretty substantially more than that, a record, and 3 great Supreme Court justices. So that was a big thing. Some presidents go through a long period of time and they never get to appoint. I appointed 3. That made the radical left extremely thrilled. Trump gets 3. Other people, they get none. But we got 3 great, wonderful people. Finally, I will move heaven and earth to fully secure our elections. Our goal will be one-day voting with only paper ballots and voter ID. Voter ID. We won't have any problem. But until that day comes, Republicans have to be able to compete, and they have to use every lawful means to win. That is, we must do everything we can to save our country from destruction, because that's where we're headed. So 2024 is the final battle. If you put me back in the White House, the reign of the corrupt Washington establishment will be over, and America will be a free nation once again. We're going to have a free nation. With your support in this election, we are going to complete the mission, and we are going to finish what we started at a level that nobody has even thought of before. Stand with me, and on November 5th, 2024, we will evict Joe Biden from the White House. We will dislodge the Marxists and the communists from our government, and there's plenty of them. We will vanquish the radical Democrat Party into political oblivion. And we will restore the American Republic as the freest and strongest and most powerful nation in the history of the world. Before COVID came in, and then we fixed it after that, where the stock market was even higher as we unfortunately had to transition. But it was even higher than before, just before COVID came in. But we had the greatest economy in history. We had the greatest country in history. There was never a time like it. And a lot of people say, can you ever bring the country together? Because there's so many divergent views, and really divergent. And I say, you know, just before COVID came in, our country was doing so great. African American, Hispanic American, Asian American, women, men, people that went to MIT, Harvard, and the Wharton School of Finance, and Stanford, and they have all degrees, and people that didn't graduate from high school. Every single category was at an all-time high. And I was getting calls from very radical left-type people. Could we get together? Let's talk. Our country was actually coming together, and then we got hit with COVID, but our country was coming together. The USA is a mess. Our economy is crashing. Inflation is out of control. Our banks are failing. You've been seeing that. You've been reading about that lately. Russia has joined with China. Saudi Arabia has joined with Iran. China, Russia, Iran, North Korea have formed together as a menacing and destructive coalition. These are things that would have been impossible to even consider just 3 years ago. Our currency is crashing, and the dollar will soon no longer be the world standard, which will be the single greatest defeat our country has ever had. People don't realize how big that is. It won't happen with me, not even a chance. Just like Russia would have never invaded Ukraine, and China would not even have thought about raiding Taiwan. I used to say that if you took the 5 worst presidents in the history of the United States and added them up, they would not have done near the destruction to our country as Joe Biden and the Biden administration have done. And now I say, if you took the 10 worst presidents, I don't say 5, it's true. I don't say 5 anymore. What they've done to our country, we are a failing nation. We are a nation in decline. Look where we were 3 years ago, how well we were doing. Think of just one thing. We were energy independent. Gasoline was at $1.87. Now it's getting ready to break $5 again, because we filled up the national strategic reserves, and they use that money to keep gasoline a little bit lower, very high, very, very high, far too high, but a little bit lower for an election. It's not supposed to be used for. It's supposed to be used for war and national security. And now these radical left lunatics want to interfere with our elections by using law enforcement, and we can't let that happen. But with all of this being said, and with a very dark cloud hanging over our country, I have no doubt that we will together win the election of 2024 and make America great again. Thank you very much, and God bless you. Thank you. Thank you very much. God bless you, everybody.
That'll get me bombed in 2.5 seconds.
Yeah. Hold on.
I'm
coming. Hold on.
I wish I could play it, but
I know.
yeah, I'm going to agree with 90% of the chat. He really didn't say anything new, and I get this.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm going to continue to play Mr. T every time he's on in the hopes that we just might get something.
Yeah, because the one time you don't,
That's right.
it's going to come out.
That's right.
Yep.
But he did say, what did I post? It was so far back. Oh, crap. I should have wrote it down, Diamond. About the leaders. They all surrendered. The leaders surrendered. So remember when he was doing his tour around the world? Was he talking about those leaders surrendered to him?
Was he?
That's what I'm asking.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to welcome some new viewers that came in, and I've already done it in chat, but Mike Taylor News, he's coming out with some good stuff.
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome. And Paul, is it Benek? Paul, I know you were a little frustrated. We all get it, Paul, but we just got to hang in there. And this channel is all about, we've all been together through this all. You're more than welcome to be with us, and we're going to continue to the end. So it's frustrating. We all get it, but nothing we can do about it. So we just got to stick together and stay strong and lean on God and pray.
I don't know if I just heard him wrong, but he was talking about the efforts that Jim Jordan, and I thought he said James Comey.
He did.
But it's James Comer.
I know.
Yeah. So he did. Did you hear him say Comey?
I did.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Do you think he just misspoke?
Quite possible. But remember that Comey
He's the FBI director,
involved,
right?
yes, was involved heavily in that whole hoax.
Yeah.
You want to call it?
The Russia.
Yes, that hoax. Yes. He was big into that. So I don't know. I mean, it was just, I thought, oh, he just said Comey. It's Comer, Comer.
All right, Mike, I'm going to hold you to that. Any breaking news? I'm ready for it anytime you see anything. We got a good group of people in here, Mike, and all the new people in here. These people are really awesome people, and it's a good chat to be in, I think, anyway.
Yes, I would agree. Well, Brew W, that's where my mind went. He doesn't misspeak. So I would have to go back to, I'd have to go back and hear. He was talking about Jim Jordan and this James Comey have did it. Was he talking about the hearings that they've been doing?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Paul, no worries. No worries. I get it. We've all had our days where we're frustrated. I've seen it out of everybody in here. We all get down. Some take breaks for a while. I get it.
Yep. Yep. No worries.
Hey, Hawk. Yeah, we understand Comer, not Comey, but it sounded like he said Comey and not Comer. Is what
yeah, Hawk. I thought I heard him say James Comey. And I know that the representative's name is James Comer, Comer. But I swear, oh, okay. I'm not talking to Hawk. I'm just talking out there then. It is, I swear I thought I heard him say Comey. Comey.
What do you mean you're not talking to Hawk? I'm confused.
Hawk just put, shh, I'm not here.
Oh, okay. He's invisible.
Tubla says, we don't see you, Hawk.
Oh.
Bambi S says, Hawk, I won't tell. Yeah.
Shh, Hawk's not here. Hey, Camperman, good to see you. Bambi S, you're so very welcome.
Grizz says, I'm deaf and can't hear you, Hawk.
Can you please use sign language?
Well, and then we have Digital Hawk, who says he's not Hawk.
Oh, because I'm not Hawk. You're digital. Got it.
Right.
Got it. Duly noted.
Yes. Now, somebody was saying, Beard Soon says General Flynn, next VP. Been floating a lot of people's names. You know who I would really love to see?
Who?
And I know people are going to think I'm cuckoo, but I like her. And it's a her.
Carrie Lake?
No, Candace Owens.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Is she old enough?
Well, she's young. She's very young, actually.
Yeah.
She's like in her 30s. I think Candace Owens has her time to come yet. I don't think she's ready.
Yeah.
I just don't. I'd like to see her have a place somewhere, though.
She's very well spoken. Doesn't get rattled. Can speak in front of an audience.
Oh, she can hold her own. That's for
sure.
Oh,
yeah. And she is a role model.
100%.
For young women, and especially women of, is it African American or is it just Black American?
I think they just like to be called Blacks American.
Okay.
They're just actually their skin is black, but they're Americans.
Yeah. Well, I even at my age just find her to be such a good role model for women across the board, regardless of skin color. I just think that she works hard, and the one that's not supposed to be here or doesn't want us to mention is saying her name for Senate. That very well could be. That would be a good start for her.
That's what I'm saying. I think she belongs somewhere. I just don't think it's a VP.
Yeah.
Now, Carrie Lake, I could see as VP.
Yeah. Jamie Boberski says Christy Nome. I would like to see Mr. T with a female.
I would too. 100%. And I think it would do him some good.
Yep. And not to say that there's no male. I mean, I like General Flynn. Who else have they talked about for VP?
Oh, there you go, Diamond. Candace will be 34 years old at the end of the month.
Oh, okay.
She's too young.
Yeah. You have to be. I know for president. Is it 37 for president?
I'm not sure about that. How old was JFK when he got?
Let me see. Age.
He was the youngest president, wasn't he?
I think so. For president and vice.
Thanks, Outlandish, for that, by the way. 35 for president, Outlandish is saying.
Oh, okay. Yep. 100%. Be a natural-born citizen of the United States and be at least 35 years old. have been a resident of the United States for 14 years.
You mean they don't have to be born here?
Yes, they do.
So then what's the 14 years residence?
Well, you could be born here and then your parents move to another country and live in that other country and then come back, and you have to be a resident for at least you in the US for at least 14 years.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Robin Ward, my weather has been rainy all day and cold. It's 51. It's not too cold, but it's been raining all day.
So
Sorry,
she wouldn't be 34. She would not be the person that's not here says, I hear Candace and her husband are moving to AOC's district. Maybe she has her eyes on AOC House seat. That very well could be too. Either House or Senate.
I definitely think she has a seat somewhere.
Oh, Diane Wood says Diamond Lil saw her on Tim Pool and she came unglued over Mug Club guy. Nasty even. I was surprised. Oh.
I don't know who Mug Club guy is.
It doesn't
and what
sound
happened.
like it's it doesn't sound like it's very appropriate. Let's put it that way.
Well, here's the thing. We all have our limits, right? I mean, I don't know what happened with this guy. So I'd have to see it in its content, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'd like to see Candace Owen get into politics either way. I want to see her because I think she's very eloquent and she's a great role model for people the young people to look up to.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
So who else is there to run with Mr. T? It'll be interesting. So did you hear Tuesday? The moron is going to announce that he's running in the 2024 election? Has he seen his numbers?
Has he seen his accomplishments?
I think we're going from a movie to a complete full-blown comedy.
I think accomplishments are an empty page.
Yeah.
I think blunders and gaffes would be several pages long. Mm-hmm.
It's unbelievable. This is just... I'm telling you, how long have I been saying it, Diamond? We have to be being punked. We're punked. We're being punked. Where's the hidden cameras? This is ridiculous.
Jamie Boberski says Candace Owens is Martin Luther King's granddaughter. I did not know that.
You know that for 100% fact, Jamie Boberski?
Yeah, I have not heard that. Yes, Robert Kennedy Jr. has announced he's running for president.
I think that's a good thing. I know other people were texting me, oh my gosh, blah, blah, blah. I think it's a great thing. He's running. He's running as a Democrat.
Yeah. I've never been real keen on him.
He did a lot of good work, Diamond, when it came to the things that you put in children's arms for school.
That I will agree. But I think on other things, he's kind of a
yes. What's the word you're going to use?
Yeah, I'm thinking because I want to say it correctly. Is he one of those extremists when it comes to the it's not ecology, it's What's the other
Jersey
word?
Joe's calling you-
Environmentalist. Environmentalist. Is he kind of a whack job on that, or I don't know.
I don't know. Jersey Joe saying square though, Diamond. Is she speaking to you?
Jersey Joe, you're right. Oh, Grizz, yes.
No, Grizz, that would be awful.
He thinks we should all write in Craig DeHunter and Jeff Riddle. Who's the president and who's the vice?
Oh, Lord. I didn't want to give that any thought. I'm losing brain cells thinking about that. Could you imagine Jeff Riddle up there giving a speech? Hooked on phonics work for me.
No, I could hear him now. Okay, folks, listen. This is how it's going to be. All right? You just don't give a shit. Okay? And that's what you... Stop being so high strung on things. You just have to chill out.
That's true, Outlandish. She said would be better than what we have now. I agree with that. But 100%. We're talking the 2024 election, not today. No shirt either. Yeah, he comes in to do a press conference in that Christmas sweater.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. And what is it? He likes hot moms or something.
What's my God.
Yeah. MES says apparently General Flynn at that dinner just old all other Republican candidates to get out of the way for tea so we can unite and defeat. You'll need to look up the whole comment.
Mike Taylor News says, I think Trump, Kennedy, and Ron are all on the same team pretending to be opposites for optics. I could be wrong, just my thoughts on that, but Ron does make me nervous just a little. He doesn't make me nervous because he ain't going nowhere.
But you know, that's a great point, Nikki. How do we know that the people, what they're putting out there isn't pre-written as part of this, whatever you want to call it, a movie or whatever you want to call it?
We don't know what's going on. Nobody knows what's going on.
100%. And that's what I was getting at. We really don't know.
Tracy Lentz brings up a good point. Tomorrow is Earth Day. And you know what? I'm glad you brought that up, Tracy, because I remember, excuse me, back in elementary school, we used to make signs and stuff for Earth Day. And Nikki might have won first place one year, but whatever. But every time I see the commercials or anything for this, I cringe. These people are wackadoodles with all this stuff. I don't think they have good intentions. Did you mute yourself, Diamond? Why are you laughing at me?
No, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at Tubla's comment at 8:52.
Riddle would display a big rooster on the White House lawn. Yeah, my husband would have his head up and butt.
Well, they would be the big rooster, and then you guys would talk Jeff into putting some cornhole, and you guys would play some cornhole games up there.
On the White House lawn. I would be all about it.
Wouldn't that be neat?
I could kick Jeff Riddle's butt on the cornhole boards again. Did you see that picture of my husband up there of that metal rooster?
Well, I saw.
Good heavens to bed.
You filmed your husband attempting to lift the rooster.
Well, that's when we were trying to steal it, Diamond.
Yes, that's what I was.
No, when it was on the front lawn, they went to the back lawn at one point, but on the front lawn, yeah, I snapped a picture and Jim had his head because it was all open, it's a metal rooster. And he goes, "Hey, Jeff, check this out." And he sticks his head in there. Oh.
Camperman. No, John Dunning says the new national bird would be a chicken.
It would. Oh.
Which wig would the hunter wear? That's a great question, Sissy K. Oh,
Lord.
those two. My goodness.
Oh.
You imagine how many holidays we'd have in a month?
We would never work, Diamond. We'd be on vacation all the time. Jeff Riddle would have his booked on a vacation every week.
And you think that they're going a lot on Air Force One now?
Could you imagine us all on Air Force One together? Oh my gosh. Hey, Wolfpack, good to see you.
Oh, he'd have us skydiving from out of the Air Force One.
Oh, Tubla, good. She says, Aunt Nikki B forgot to tell you my 91-year-old mom likes the CBD gummies and wants me to get her more. Thanks for the idea. You are so welcome.
Good. I'm glad they're helping her.
That's
Now, see,
awesome.
that's what it's all about right there, is someone like her grandmother. Yes. Yep.
They helped my mom with her cancer, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Yeah. Tracy Lentz says every day would be chicken day.
Jeff would be clucking around the White House. He'd have the biggest coop out on the lawn.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Hey, well, there wouldn't be a shortage of eggs, I can tell you that.
Yeah, no, that would be all right.
So any hoot. Well, I dropped Mountain Man's link for him in here. If anybody's interested, my new viewers. He's going on about 9:20, I believe.
Okay.
He hasn't told me he's not going on. So if you guys want to check out, he's got, and I really think that hang on, Mike Taylor News, you would really like Mountain Man. And he gets, I seen your comment. He gets some Democrats that come in there and he likes to talk to them too. So I'm going to drop it again if anybody wants to check out Mountain Man tonight. Hey, Simpson, good to see you.
Yeah, I've been dropping your link too, Nikki.
I seen that. Thank you, Diamond. You're such a good friend. Oh, there's Mountain Man's link if you guys want to grab it. My brother went to on prayer list. He is. Oh, okay, Chris.
Okay, Chris. Let me. Yes, let me write that down, Chris. And I do a show in the morning, Chris, so I can. I'll have Chris. I'll have your brother right on the top of the prayer list here, along with a few others that I got tonight. Has prostate cancer. Okay, I want you to know that two of my brothers got it. They were firefighters. They got prostate cancer, but they are doing okay. They're doing fine now. I think they had them removed, but I'm not sure.
Me too, Robin.
So, but they're doing fine. They didn't have to do any chemo or anything.
Yeah, I knew a couple people too that they didn't have to do chemo or anything.
Yeah. So, yeah, I've got him on the list, Chris. We'll pray tomorrow morning.
Barb Richardson wants to know, how much do you think Jeff would charge for Air Force One flights? I'll tell you this, Barb, this is my thoughts, and I'll let Diamond say her thoughts. It won't be cheap. Let me tell you, it won't be cheap.
Well, and I believe too that with Jeff Riddle, as president. He also likes to barter. So you could barter
She's
something
saying
with him.
barter. She's saying barter, you guys.
Oh,
He
yeah.
likes to barter.
You didn't understand barter?
Sounds like you're saying butter.
Yeah, butter. No, yeah, he would barter with you. Like he would, you give him, 10 silver coins or something for a ride or whatever. He'll barter with you.
It'll be free for us, girls. I'll see to it.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Yeah, see if we can get a free ride. Robin Ward, thank you very much. And thank you for being part of the fellowship. I'm glad you liked the show today.
Oh, BNBS said that she'll pray for your brother, Chris. That's awesome.
See, that's what I love about the people here that come into these chats. They're just wonderful, wonderful people and supportive. Very supportive of each other. That's awesome.
Pampi says Wussel will be the White House pet. Good old Wussel.
Yeah, Wussel.
Oh my gosh. TJ Cat says, hi, everyone. Been busy taking care of my shop cat. In the last week, he was bit by a snake and shot with a BB.
Oh.
He's doing okay now. It was rough. Oh, TJ Cats, I'm so sorry. Who the heck shot a cat with a BB gun? I understand the snake thing because that's just...
there's some people. I don't know.
Camperman says, sounds like you're all on some kind of gummies, Nikki B and Diamond Hill.
I wish I could use that for an excuse. But this
Funny
is me.
Gummies. Nope, I can promise you I'm not on gummies. This is just us.
Brew W says, will Jeff make us parachute out of the plane?
Probably.
Barb Richardson says, Diamond, he'd give us a free ride, all right.
Right out the door. No, I'll tell you though. I mean, Jeff is very, very generous, though. He really is.
Yes,
he's a generous man.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, Tracy Lunch thinks I've been eating too much toast.
I agree, Tracy. She's got that cricket dust on her tongue.
Yeah. I'm never eating those crickets. Never.
Diamond, I hate to tell you.
Yeah, I hate to tell you, but you've probably been eating them for years. Ah!
Oh, good, Mike. I'm glad. If Riddle becomes president, will Craig have to dress like a clown to be the White House fool? Well, could you see Michelle being the first lady? I just thought about that.
Well, he'd have her cooking for everybody. Forget about, he would cut the staff down. Forget about paying to have somebody, although it doesn't come out of his pocket, so he might keep them.
Diamond, it would only be sandwiches.
That's true. He'd only have sandwiches.
Yes, Camperman, they do help with pain. It depends on which, you need to go into a dispensary and talk to somebody because I'm not sure what your pain is and stuff, but they do work.
Do you need a prescription?
No. Well, not here in Michigan, you don't. I don't know about other states.
Yeah, I wondered if they...
And I can't mail them to you guys because that's illegal.
Yeah.
Could you imagine that Easter egg hunt?
You imagine Craig in the vice president's house?
No, I can't.
With his 2 dogs, his cat, his goats, chickens.
I never knew my mother and father and the great black people raised me and looked out for me. Mike, are you saying you're white and you were raised by a black mom and dad? I think that's what he's saying, right?
I think so.
I got a funny story, Diamond.
Okay.
So a few years ago, we were at my daughter's high school volleyball game.
Okay.
And she's got a friend that was on the team, and we know the parents, but they're Black. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's this two white people sitting on the bench there, elderly couple, very small people. And the dad's a very large Black man. And he introduces me and he said, "This is my parents." I'll bet you $100 if you could have seen the look on my face.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Wait, what?" And he's like, "I love doing this to people." He was adopted by these two
Nice.
wonderful people. Yes. And
Yes,
it's just,
nice.
but the look on my face must have just been priceless. I'm like, "Wait, what?" So that's awesome.
Yeah. That's what it's all about.
That's right.
You know, when people adopt, those children are truly gifts to them from God. You know?
Absolutely. All children are a gift from God. Even natural parents, the way they treat their kids sometimes,
Yeah.
know,
Yes,
it's so sad to me. I don't know how anybody could harm a child.
I know. John Dunning says the color of our skin was weaponized to divide up, but our souls all have no color. 100%. 100%.
Oh, Kale Lux, you were born in Detroit and now live in Southwest Florida? Okay. I'm about 40 miles outside of Detroit in the burbs.
And I am along the coast in southern Maine.
Hey, Sharon Mercier. All right, folks, I think I'm going to end this for tonight. I appreciate everybody joining us tonight and sitting through Mr. T saying the same old, but we never know. If I don't play it, like Diamond said, he's going to come out with a bomb and I didn't play it.
Yep.
So,
You would have kicked yourself that you didn't. Cindy Fuller Stevens, hi. I hope your recovery is still going good.
okay, Lux, Troy, Michigan. I work in Troy.
Oh,
yeah.
There you go. There's a lot of you guys on the internet that are from Michigan.
That's
lot.
Because we're SM art people.
I believe so.
Hey, well, if Jeff Riddle makes it as president of the United States, that's going to be the first Michigan president ever.
There you go. Is he willing to run, or at least walk? Stroll?
Well, Liz Grizz is just going to write him in.
Oh, there we go. Oh, that's right. We're gonna vote him in. Yeah. Okay.
That's right. We love him, Camper Man, and we're going to stick with Donald John Trump to the end.
Yes.
We've come this far. I'm not turning back now. So.
Yep.
Well, thank you, Diamond Lil, so much for joining me tonight.
Well, thank you for putting up with me tonight.
Of course. It was fun. We had some laughs. It was good.
Okay.
And I will definitely see you in the morning. And
okay.
Thank you, everyone, for coming. And if you guys want to head over to Mountain Man's here in about 12 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever it is, I'll see you over there. Have a great night, everyone.
Yep.